The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of IBEW Local 369 Central Kentucky High School basketball starts now.
Welcome to Henry Clay High School. Chris LeBar, Murray Garvin. Murray, it's already Wednesday, 42nd District Semifinal night. What do you think?
I feel like we hadn't slept in 3 days, Chris. We've been full go here at the 42nd District Tournament. Great game coming up in the first matchup between Bryan Station and Henry Clay girls. I look for a great contest.
Yeah, Bryan Station trying to get back to the region for the third straight year. On paper, this looks like a pretty even matchup.
It is a pretty even matchup. You know, Bryan Station, the last matchup, I was just talking with Coach Sandusky. She said her girls came out flat. So she's looking for more of a presence and an attitude tonight from her team.
In night two, I think it's the marquee matchup of this tournament. The birthday boy, Daniel Brand, turns 50 today.
Oh, wow.
Would be a big precedent if his team could finally beat Douglas this year.
Absolutely. It'll be a major matchup. The gym will be packed. A great tournament feel for the nightcap. The question of the night, and I still don't know. I have questions out there. Will Mello Boone be playing? So Mello Boone's one of the top players in the state of Kentucky. If Frederick Douglass is without him, they will have a tough task beating Henry Clay.
They're really a wild card, though. Would you not agree? They could go many directions in the postseason.
Absolutely, and you're talking about Frederick Douglass,
yeah?
correct? Yes. Douglass, they've had an interesting season with a coaching change right before the start of the year. They've had a lot of injuries, some new players they're trying to get integrated into the team. Just seemed like they never caught their flow.
Should be a great game. So glad you joined us tonight. Up next, Murray, we'll chat with Bryan Station girls coach Serena Sandusky, and we'll have it for you next on Glycod.
Did you know that Cartown Kia has one of the largest pre-owned inventories in the region? And did you know that we source vehicles from all over the country? Not only will we pay top dollar for your trade, we'll buy from you even if you don't buy from us. So stop in today for a quick and easy appraisal, and while you're here, check out the new Kias arriving daily. There's never been a better time to upgrade your ride. Visit Cartown Kia or shop anytime at cartownkiausa.com.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
Let's get real. For a lot of people, 4 years of college might as well be a million. With us, you can get a certificate in a matter of months and start a career right away. College for the real world. College for your world.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Get started by finding the program that works for you at bluegrass.kctcs.edu. Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Never underestimate you.
Welcome to the 42nd District Tournament. We're back on the girls' side this afternoon. I'm sitting here with head girls basketball coach of Bryan Station, Coach Sandusky. Coach, regular season ended last week. How do you feel about your team coming into postseason play?
I think we definitely had a wake-up call on Friday, and then we had 3 really good practices to come in tonight, so I'm really excited about how they're going to perform. District's always a fun time, good crowd, good energy. Our band will be here, so we're ready.
Bryan Station's band is the best in the city, hands down.
For sure.
And they bring a different atmosphere to all the games that they're present at. You got Henry Clay tonight, the home host team of the tournament. What have you tried to tell your girls coming into tonight's contest?
We strategically played them late in the season. We knew the districts were here this year, so we got to fill the court and everything else. They've got 5 really good seniors that have played together. So with that being said, home court and those senior leaders on their side, we're just gonna have to come in, make sure we take care of things early and stick to scout.
Oh, is your team healthy right now?
We are all healthy.
Well, I know that's the way that you want to go into postseason play. Any strategy, that you're going to try to establish tonight? On my scouting report, I had keys to the game, A, B, no C, A, B.
That's a pretty good one, yeah. We're going to look for her to get going early and feed off her energy. As long as she comes out and plays with her head in the game, we'll be all right.
You heard it here first, here at the 42nd District Tournament with head girls basketball coach, Coach Sandusky of Bryan Station Girls Basketball. Tune in tonight on Glycod Media for tonight's action.
Let's get real. You could go to work right after high school, but spend a little time with us and we'll give you a better chance to do more, be more, and earn more. College for the real world. College for your world.
Paramedics do the incredible. They help save lives. And so can you by donating at CSL Plasma. Your plasma donation can help create 24 critical life-saving medicines. And you can be rewarded for your generosity. Every plasma donation can do so much for so many. Do the amazing. Help save lives. Donate plasma today at your local CSL Plasma Center.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Should be a great night of basketball as we welcome you back to Henry Clay High School Game 1 between Bryan Station and Henry Clay now for the keys to this game presented by Martin's Peterbilt of Central Kentucky. They strive to keep your trucks moving through outstanding parts availability and unmatched service. And Coach agrees with you. Got to get Kazuzo going early.
Kazuzo is the key to the game for Bryan Station. She's 6'3". She's mobile, agile, athletic. She gets her motor going. She's hard to deal with in the paint for the defenders.
Limit turnovers. Bryan Station at times, they've been very sloppy with the ball.
Yes, they're young at the point guard position, so sometimes their girls can get a little carefree with the ball. They take care of the ball. They establish AB in the paint. They got an opportunity to win the game tonight.
For Henry Clay, defend to win. I know you're very fond of that.
Yes, defend to win. Coach is very adamant that her girls play tremendous defense in the half court, try to force tempo off of their defense, and then they got to knock down perimeter shots.
So this Bryan Station team, they're trying to get back to the regional tournament for the third straight season. Kaylin Gentry's just had a great career, Murray. Seems like she's gotten better with each subsequent season.
Yeah, Coach Sandusky said she wished she had Gentry for another year because she's starting to peak and get it at the right moment. She's been their most consistent player, averaging close to a double-double, and she was an all-region selection.
Kaya Wade, 12 points per night as well. And this Bryan Station team, they enter this game the number 3 seed in the tournament, 1-6 versus the top 50. They did beat Henry Clay at Bryan Station on the north side by 1 point. So this, again, this matchup seems maybe a coin flip.
It could go either way tonight.
We'll talk about this Henry Clay team when we come back. Coach Gerard having a great season as well. The Blue Devils are 20-9. And Murray and I will have more coverage right after this timeout. It's the 42nd District Basketball Tournament. We're back after this from Glycod.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. For an intuitive, simple, and stress-free mortgage process, visit ruoff.com. Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors.
Henry Clay and Bryan Station tonight in Lexington, District 42 semifinal. Ashley Gerard, head coach of the Blue Devils inside year 3. And this program, just like Bryan Station, has gotten better with each season.
Yes, they've continued to improve. She's an outstanding young coach herself. I like the way that she gets her team ready to play. You can see that there's strategy involved in each game they come out and compete.
Both these head coaches playing experience. Both played Division I. Of course, Sandusky played at Butler and Bellarmine, and Coach Gerard playing at UIC in the Horizon. So always good to have that experience as well.
Absolutely. When you're a former player, you kind of understand the players that you're coaching. You understand how they feel and what they may need in order to stay motivated.
Henry Clay led by a very experience-laden group. Allie Stone, Tamari Miller, Ariana Sutton, all three of whom are seniors, and they are really the rock of this program.
Yes, they are. The young lady that I admire the way she plays the most is Ariana Sutton. She's their floor general, the top of their defense. She creates a lot of turnovers for opposing guards and gets a lot of breakaway layups.
Starting lineups, tip-off on the way back. Thanks for joining us tonight. A great doubleheader. Henry Clay, Bryan Station, Game 1. Game 2 on the boys' side, Henry Clay and Frederick Douglass. More after this from GlyCod.com.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
I love Head Start.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych, and I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Thanks, bro.
Take a lap, rookie.
Contact Louisville and Lexington Allstate agent Thomas Allen for a quote today.
With Fast Signs, see the visual possibility in your business. See it in lights and flags, on a van, in metal, on the floor, in color. With signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement. With your masterful team of visual marketing experts, anything is possible. Fast Signs, make your statement.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from GlyCod.
Perched alongside former Dunbar head coach Murray Garvin, I'm Chris LaBar. Welcome back to Henry Clay High School. Starting lineups coming up, presented by Ruoff Mortgage. At Ruoff, they are opening doors. And a familiar 5 for Station: Wade, Ward, Gentry, Kazuzo, and Doe. 3 double-figure scores highlighted by Kalen Gentry. 13 points 9 rebounds. And Murray, pretty strong starting 5 for the defenders.
Yes, I noticed Coach Sandusky did mention that AB may be coming off the bench. She said it gives them a little bit more experience and some firepower coming in the game, so that might be an adjustment. I didn't catch and see who they substituted for her.
Looks like Landra Gonzalez-Perez, so that little change. Henry Clay, we expect, will have Stone, Miller, Sutton, Van Meter, and Emily Johnson. A lot of balance inside that group. Stone at 12, Miller 11, Sutton 9, Emily Johnson 7. And this is a very balanced and experienced Henry Clay team. Take a look at the series history. These two programs quite familiar with one another. 72nd meeting since 1998. Henry Clay leading 9-7 in postseason. And the Blue Devils winning by 17 in the latter of 2 matchups this year. Of course, they did split on the season. Should be a very competitive game, and this game should intensify with a lot of the crowd filing in throughout. Anticipation of the nightcap, and Henry Clay missing a shot as Allie Stone's off the mark. There's Miller up empty, and Bryan Station cradles the rebound.
Gentry got the block right there on that second attempt. I was telling Coach Sandusky I love her energy and effort night in and night out.
It's Chloe Doe, far sideline. Bryan Station with some new uniforms since we've seen them last. It's Elena Ward inside the lane. Now Wade ahead of steam, and the rebound snatched by Sutton. Number 1, Ariana Sutton for Henry Clay. Van Meter is in for an early 3.
She's their leading perimeter shooter, and it's a good sign when your shooters are shooting, baby.
Her 39th made 3 of the year. There's Gonzalez-Perez around the clock. To number 0, Chloe Doe. And Ward tried to find Gentry down low, and the ball stolen away. Nice evasion of the double team by Allie Stone. That shot is off the mark. And Chloe Doe reels in the rebound. Bryan Station in the half court. You just sense some improvement as this season has continued on. They're much more patient and content, and they'll hang on to it after a deflection underneath.
Well, with AB coming off the bench for Bryan Station, it opens up the paint for Gentry, and it looks like both trips down the floor they've tried to go inside to her.
Ball lofted, nice grab by Doe. As Bryan Station trying to get on the board after a Lydia Van Meter, Henry Clay 3-point field goal. And Wade tangled up, that ball ripped away by Allie Stone. Now Miller parading baseline. Miller inside the teeth of that defense, and that ball swatted away by Gentry. That'll start a fast break, or will it? Nope, it's plucked away by Elizabeth Nelson. And Henry Clay in the fast court defense for 2 as Tamari Miller is in. 5-0 Henry Clay.
The pace is going toward Henry Clay's style. They want to get up and down and force Bryan Station to play fast. That's not what Bryan Station does.
There's a Henry Clay defensive rebound. It's occupied by Sutton after the Elena Ward miss. Van Meter arcs one, and she's feeling it early. And the Blue Devils with 8 to start.
I don't know how long Coach Sandusky can keep Kashuzo on the bench. They need her inside presence, her offensive rebounding.
Now Gentry underneath. Gentry arcs it long. Got it back. And she'll stretch to the foul line. Game's first foul as Kazuzo will check in at the next whistle. There you see Coach Gerard. And Kaylin Gentry for a pair leads this team in many categories. Free throw rattles in, 60% foul shooter. And Kazuzo now will strut in. A couple of Henry Clay subs as Tamari Miller shuttles out. And Bryan Station on the board. Just over 3 minutes have trickled by. There's Wade, the 7th grader, with a dime, and Sutton lays it down.
Wade is someone that I'm really high on. Her mom was an all-state basketball player at Paul Lawrence Dunbar during the Darnell Burton years over at Dunbar.
And a held ball arrow with Bryan Station. As we've seen so much girls basketball this year, Frederick Douglass seems like they may have the best group of 8th graders, but this 7th grader fits right in.
Oh, yes. Her team last year, I watched them win the middle school championship last year. She is a rising star. If you're getting minutes in the first quarter of the district semifinal, that tells you Coach Gerard has a ton of confidence in her, and she steps right in and makes plays.
To the inbound at side court for Station. It's floated back to Kazuzo. Middle segment of this opening quarter. Very solid start for the 2-seed Henry Clay on their home floor. Wade heaves a 3. Did not get the roll. Gentry kept it alive. And that's Station's first field goal. Here's Tamari Miller with the and one and a great pass. Elizabeth Nelson credited with the assist, and Miller is on the board for her 4th point.
Bryan Station's got to get back in transition defense, get Kazuzo in the paint where she can be a rim protector for the defenders to prevent layups like that.
That's a great pass by Nelson. And a 3-point play as the lead grows to 9. And certainly Station ample time certainly left in this game, but they want to maintain touch here. On the verge of going down double figures early. Gentry spun into trouble, and the ball snatched away by Allie Stone. And it's going to be out of bounds back where it came from to Bryan Station. Nice arc by Wade, wouldn't go in. And Allie Stone vacuums in the Henry Clay rebound. Basket here puts him up double figures. That 3 a little bit short. It was Van Meter off the mark. Miller with a rebound, and Gentry poked it away. And on the baseline, looks like possession over to Bryan Station. Or will it? Beg your pardon, we're shielded here. It's going to stay Henry Clay. Now it won't. Back to Bryan Station. Officials tonight, Tony Calello, Anthony Mealy, and Brad Vickers.
Bryan Station's got to find AB down there at the block.
They tried to find her down there. And Allie Stone intercepts. There's Wade. Pitches it in the corner. Great pass inside the teeth of that defense, and Kazuzo clears for Station. Pinballed around there. Gentry able to hang on, and the second held ball, this time arrow over to Henry Clay. Been a really solid start for Henry Clay from the floor. 5 made field goals, including a pair of 3s from Lydia Van Meter.
It's important to have a good start, especially for the home team. And I call them the home team because they're the host team. and they're the home team on the scoreboard, but it builds momentum. It gets the gym active as far as the fans, and that's the start Henry Clay wanted.
Nice catch by Miller, and she's fouled underneath. I believe Doe commits the foul from behind. As the way Henry Clay is sharing the ball has been very impressive in this opening quarter. Miller 1 of 1 from the foul line tonight. Fast start for Tamari. She has 7 and a high watermark lead of 11 for Henry Clay. What's the plan for Station here in the latter stages of this quarter?
Well, they got to get some points on the board and they got to get stops. And right now, both have been very difficult for them.
There's Kazuzo surveying her options. Now Gonzalez-Perez bulldozing her way, and she'll travel. Certainly not the start Coach Sandusky was hoping to achieve. The Bryan Station, 15 and 12 coming in. And the winner will take on Frederick Douglass in the district title game Friday night, 8 p.m. Nice cut and completion. That's Allie Stone, and the assist from Ariana Sutton. Wade, everything but as it swirls off, and the rebound claimed by Ariana Sutton of Henry Clay. Stone baseline floater is perfect, and things starting to slip away from Bryan Station.
Early, I'm surprised Coach didn't burn a timeout to try to get her girls. There it is.
32nd Bryan Station timeout. Henry Clay off to a sizzling beginning. They lead 19-4. We'll have more coverage in just a minute from Glycon.
Paramedics do the incredible. They help save lives. And so can you by donating at CSL Plasma. Your plasma donation can help create 24 critical life-saving medicines. And you can be rewarded for your generosity. Every plasma donation can do so much for so many. Do the amazing. Help save lives. Donate plasma today at your local CSL Plasma Center.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Henry Clay off to a nice beginning. 15-point burst as Bryan Station possession out of the timeout. Wade perhaps got away with a discard, threw it away anyway. Miller runs the floor, catches, and could not connect. Got it back, and Bryan Station guilty of a foul.
Seems like Henry Clay is just a step quicker, step faster than Bryan Station right now.
That miss at the other end will fuel the fast break as Henry Clay's Tamari Miller 3 of 3 from the foul line, now perfect 4 out of 4 to start. Sophia Haggard, number 13, 5'8" sophomore, is in for Bryan Station. You'll see her to the left of the shooter. And Miller has that swirl off. Rebound Kazuzo. Entry to Gentry, and a foul, looks like a hold on Henry Clay.
I like what Henry Clay is trying to do defensively to Gentry in the post. They're trying to front her and challenge Bryan Station's girls to throw it over top of the defense, which they've been unsuccessful in doing.
There is Kazuzo. Lofted it above her shoulder, and it's going to trickle off that far sideline and belong to Henry Clay. Most of Kazuzo's damage on the season inside that paint area, and this time she was outside. Sutton rifles it right through Haggard in the corner. And a rare Henry Clay miscue in this first period. Lydia Van Meter back on for Henry Clay as the Blue Devils shuffle out. Just over 30 seconds in this opening quarter. It's been dominated by Henry Clay trying to grow the lead, and Kazuzo a foul in open court. Fourth team, Bryan Station foul.
Bryan Station, if they're going to get back into the game, you got to get field goal attempts, not turnovers.
Miller outside the arc. She was left alone, couldn't connect. Haggard dug out the rebound, little scoop shot. And Kaya Wade with it as we slide under 10 in this first quarter. Gentry finds Ward. Ward heaves it from the heavens, and that's going to close the opening quarter. Henry Clay, a dominant first 8 minutes. They lead Bryan Station in the semifinal round 20-4 in the second quarter. On the way back, this is Glycod.com. Thanks so much for joining us.
Let's get real. We offer a lot of the same courses you'll find at a four-year college. But with our small classes and personal attention, you won't get lost in the crowd. College for the real world. College for your world.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Bryan Station on the short end. Henry Clay leading 20-4. Kaylin Gentry has all 4 of the defender points. And what a very impressive start for Coach Ashley Gerard's Blue Devil bunch. And a foul underneath. It'll be on Elizabeth Nelson. Seems like Henry Clay's really been building towards this season.
Yeah,
a lot of experience.
A lot of experience, and I've watched Coach Gerard's coaching. When her girls make mistakes, she holds them accountable, and therefore they learn from the mistake they made. Early in the first quarter, Sutton made an errant pass. She had somebody at the scores table for her, coached her up, and got her right back in the game. But that's how young people learn. They have to learn it's not okay. It's not okay to turn the ball over. It's not okay to make mistakes and say, my bad. You got to get coached up and then move forward.
Kaylin Gentry trying to carve into this deficit. Nice touch there from the foul line. She has all 6 of Bryan Station's points. A near steal by Wade as she interjected in the passing lane. There's Tamari Miller now rotating. Nice funnel pass back to Miller. Van Meter tees it up. And that's well within her scope. She's made 3 of them out there tonight.
Everything's clicking offensively for Henry Clay.
Van Meter 41 threes on the year. There's Kazuzo. The shadow, that was Amari Sims. It checked in, shadowing her underneath. Sims, Johnny on the spot for that rebound. Now Sutton angling and idling left. There's Miller and Doe collapsing in, will deflect it out.
It's great on-the-ball defense by Doe.
Bryan Station seeking answers on the far sideline as Henry Clay swerves it inbounds. Sims bullies it in as she kind of pinned Wade underneath the basket. Live ball turnover. There's Allie Stone and a foul. A 21-point blitz for Henry Clay.
They have jumped on them. Wow.
Well, in Bryan Station, Murray, they're certainly not equipped offensively to overcome these sorts of deficits.
No, they're not. That's not their style of play. They don't have the perimeter shooting to get them back in the game at such a deficit.
Yeah, went a little bit off, and Doe claims Bryan Station a rebound. Just over 6 minutes in this second quarter. Both these teams have had 5 days off coming into this game, and certainly Henry Clay has been very, very well schooled in terms of what they needed to get done early in this game.
Well, I like the enthusiasm. You see their bench is involved in the game. They're cheering their teammates on.
Be the third Blue Devil foul.
They're getting contributions from bench players. It's a good vibe right now what Henry Clay has going on here.
Inbound, that's Akaya Wade that had it. Long three in the corner. Off from Elena Ward. She's 0 for 2 from distance. Wonderful pass. Sutton couldn't complete it. And that's off from Allie Stone. As Gentry digs out the Bryan Station rebound. Ward extra pass. Doe flings it up. And Henry Clay in command. Henry Clay in the half court. It's a strong drive and flip. That was Sutton that kind of flung it up there, and perhaps a bailout and a foul on Bryan Station.
Looked like Wade tried to set up and take a charge and just got there late.
A couple of free throws for Sutton, 5'2" junior. Season high 19 against Station earlier this year. Henry Clay's coming out party, if you will, this season, at least in the area, was that win in December at Douglas. That certainly opened some eyebrows, and I think they've certainly proven that they're a very well-coached team and a team that on any given night can beat the big boys.
Yeah, they're playing well, playing really well. I'm impressed with their energy, effort, and enthusiasm to start the game.
Sutton drains a foul shot. And there's one, Gonzalez-Perez. Alondra Gonzalez-Perez, 5'8" junior. A near answer. That was Jaden Jeffers that was well long in the corner. And Henry Clay pounding the backboard. Whipped back out to Miller as we dwindle under 4 minutes in this first half. And that's a jumper for Miller. I beg your pardon, that's Ariana Sutton, excuse me. And a 21-point Henry Clay advantage. Elena Ward swerves baseline, swatted away, and Clay with numbers. Murray, they're very unselfish. There's Wade, Kyle Wade in transition.
Yeah, Henry Clay's very unselfish. They don't care who gets it done as long as it's a Blue Devil.
Bryan Station timeout. We will step aside. 30-11, Henry Clay in command on Glycod.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Henry Clay in command. They lead 30-11 with 3:10 left in this opening half. Winner takes on Frederick Douglass on Friday at 6 p.m. Both teams will advance to the district to make that to the regional tournament with quarterfinal games starting next week. And a double dribble, so turnover out of the timeout. Bryan Station will get it back.
Well, they came out of the timeout and with zone and kind of caught Henry Clay off guard there. Wade took a little extra step before she dribbled.
Crowd really starting to file in here in our vicinity. One would suspect a large attendance here for the boys' game between Henry Clay and Frederick Douglass. Broncos defeating the Blue Devils twice on the season. Here's Wade angling baseline, and like it's deflected last, it will belong to the Blue Devils.
Just unforced turnovers. It's been the story of the first half for Bryan Station.
Nice grab by Miller, and Tamari Miller puts two more on the board. Tamari Miller with 10, first player in double figures for the Blue Devils. Have a Henry Clay foul. Great ball movement again by the Blue Devils to net another bucket.
The ball reversal, then throwing it into the high post, and a great drive by Miller right there.
Lob to Wade. Wade arcs it up off the side of the glass. With just over 2 minutes left in this first half. You can join us at halftime. We'll interview one of the participating boys' head coaches. Murray will have that conversation coming up at halftime. And a sideline deflection out, possession back to Henry Clay. Coach Sandusky on the far sideline, leading this Bryan Station group in her third season. There's a three, drained by Ariana Sutton.
It's great ball movement by Henry Clay. That ball touched all 5 offensive players' hands in that possession. Usually good things happen when you do that.
Gonzalez Perez tight ropes that sideline. There's a three. It was short from Sophia Haggard off the baseline. And we'll get the stat sheet at half, but I would certainly think Henry Clay has to be shooting close to 45 or 50%.
Absolutely. It's like throwing a rock in the ocean for them right now.
Blue Devils led 24 after one, and that's a flip by Sutton, drawing a Bryan Station foul. And a 15-7 advantage for the Blue Devils in quarter two to expand this lead. We've not seen too many close games in the tournament thus far. We did have a great effort by Sayre last night. Spartans tied with Station going into the fourth. But that's been the most narrow of margins that I can recall.
Yes, and usually with the 2-3 matchup that we have here tonight, you would expect a closer game for the girls' contest. But right now, it's all Henry Clay.
Yeah, it has been from the outset. Wade arced that short. As the rebound, Brindley Dumford came out with it for Henry Clay as they try to grow this lead. Wade lofts it long. And the rebound right to Miller, the aggressor. And Chloe Doe plucks it out for Bryan Station. Doe to the bucket and reach in on Sutton. 2 free throws coming up. Good effort there by Miller. And Chloe Doe, scoreless, will have a pair from the foul line. Doe, 5'4" senior. And that one off as Miller snares the rebound with remnants in this first half. Henry Clay, one of their more sound halves of the season, as that ball stolen away. Gentry flanked to the left, and Gentry will get it in.
Hopefully that could be something positive they take in at halftime.
Gentry now with 8. Under 10 in the second quarter. And stolen away as Wade swipes it at 2. At the horn, and back-to-back Station layups. Akia Wade puts it in. So the lead at 20, but it's been all Henry Clay as they lead Bryan Station 36-16. We'll step aside. More coverage live from District 42 on Glycod.com.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
With Fast Signs, see the visual possibility in your business. See it in lights and flags, on a van, in metal, on the floor, in color. With signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement. With your masterful team of visual marketing experts, anything is possible. Fast Signs, make your statement.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by IBEW Local 369. Find out about their apprenticeship and training programs that help you earn while you learn at IBEWLocal369.com. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential.
Here at Henry Clay High School with head boys basketball coach Daniel Brown. Coach Brown, great tournament atmosphere so far. I know you've been chomping at the bit, ready to compete. And I also heard it's your birthday today. Oh. Welcome to the club, man.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I do feel different, you know. Somebody says, I didn't know you had birthdays during the day. I said, all my life we've had. I just didn't tell nobody. And then it got out. Today's 50, so I've been blessed to get to 50.
Absolutely. Now I understand when the old folks used to say, we're on this side of the grass.
That's right. That's right.
Well, you got Frederick Douglass tonight. It's been a great matchup through the years already. What is the key to the game tonight?
Well, I think you just got to play at a high level. You know, this time both teams are really good at what they do. I think we're a good shooting team. If we can run our offense, we're good. I think they're so good in transition off that backboard. You know, they're so athletic and strong. I think it's just about the best players need to make good plays. This time of year, your good top players need to play well. Need a little luck, you make some shots. But I expect a really good ball game tonight.
Absolutely. You know, you have a plethora of outside shooters, and any given night, if all of them are on, you're really dangerous. If one or two of them are on, but you also got a big man in the middle, number 22. Is it hit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bush. Yeah, I mean, you're right. Hassan is he's one of them guys, he's averaging 10 points and 6 rebounds. We run no plays for him. And you've had him, Coach, so you know. So he's an energy guy, and he's very important. Yeah, a lot of the guys that's shooting the ball, they get all the credit stuff, but Bush is creating a lot of that. But, you know, we need everybody to play well tonight. You know, this time of year, you know, it's sometimes you win games, and tell the guys on the bench, you never know. I mean, we've all had guys that win a big game that you didn't expect.
Right.
So we just need to play our basketball, feed off this crowd tonight. I think it'll be an electric atmosphere, and just hopefully we get a chance to play Friday night. Whoever it is, a good team's losing tonight and a good team's moving on.
Well, there's no question the 42nd District this year is one of the toughest districts in the state of Kentucky. Tonight's winner moves on to play in the championship versus Bryan Station. I know before you can go 2-0, you got to go 1-0, and your primary focus is Frederick Douglass tonight.
That's right. We haven't even thought about Friday. You know, since Thursday, we knew we played Douglass, so we've been preparing for this. The preparation has been there. Now it's just kids relax and enjoy the atmosphere. You know, I try to tell them all the time, you know, that first 3-4 minutes early on, the first and third quarters, you got to be really good. And I believe in the last 2 minutes of the second and fourth, you got to be really good. And then that's what we kind of preach and practice at. And we'll see. We've had 2 good games. Well, 1 good game with them. They beat us up over there, but I feel like we've improved a lot. And I know Coach Harris has done a great job with the situation he ran in over there, and they've done a good job holding the ship, and he's got some nice players, so I know they'll be ready and we'll be ready, and it's going to be fun.
Well, one of my keys was Brown and Brown. Your son on the court, and I'm a big believer in your coaching ability on the sidelines. If those things mesh right, I know you've coached them up. Mm-hmm. Now they just got to play.
That's right.
How is it coaching your son so many years?
It's not easy. It's not easy. You know, this is the 3rd one. So I feel like I'm more prepared for this one. I was the first 2. But, you know, I'm blessed. Somebody said I wouldn't have had it any other way. I've got to spend a lot of time with my son here in the gym doing something that we both like. Sometimes it might look like we're butting heads, but I think that's just part of a family. But, you know, he works hard, and he's a team player. I think he passes the ball really well, and you're right. We need him to handle the ball. Sometimes we really don't need him to score. You know, we need to make some shot stuff, but I need him to find guys and take care of the ball in that pressure situations.
Well, you heard it here first from Coach Brown here at the 42nd District Tournament. Tune in tonight as Henry Clay takes on Frederick Douglass.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product is based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
Gen Z is a stall generation. The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Back live at Henry Clay High School. Thanks to Coach Daniel Brown for joining us, along with Murray Garvin, as Henry Clay leading 36-16. And Murray, at least a good finish to the first half for Station 2 quick layups.
They took some positive energy into the locker room, and that's all that you can ask for with the deficit that they're faced with. Hopefully they can carry it over to the third quarter here.
Here's a three, a little bit short from Allie Stone, as Bryan Station slowly tries to methodically work their way back in this game, and that's going to be off from Micaiah Wade. Nelson runs, and 2 points for Tamari Miller. (38-16). Henry Clay led throughout this game, led after one, 20-4. And it's been all downhill since for the defenders as Wade weaves her way in, and Miller takes it the other way. And she'll draw a hard foul. from behind. Let's take a look at your halftime numbers presented by Traditional Bank. Who you bank with matters. Solid Henry Clay shooting and +8 on the backboard.
That's the difference. The shooting, 46% from the field and 4 for 7 from three-point range. And if we had points off turnovers, I would guarantee they had 10 to 12 points off turnovers.
Well, we do. We just didn't have enough room on the graphic. 14, you ask, you get. 14 Henry Clay points off turnovers. And Miller draining a free throw. Henry Clay 7 of 11 as a team from the foul line. There's Kazuzo. Scoreless thus far for the talented Bryan Station Jr., an 11-point-a-night contributor. Gonzalez-Perez well long and out of bounds back to Henry Clay.
Sometimes AB floats out on the floor, and I'm not a coach that sticks my biggest player in the paint, but I believe you have to do what's best for the team. If she would operate in the paint, I believe she can be more effective for Bryan Station.
There's Miller finding Van Meter. That shot is short, blocked as Nelson's shot blocked from behind. And here comes Chloe Doe. A.B. Kazuzo, number 4, launches it long in the corner. And Allie Stone out with a rebound. Well-orchestrated pass, and Van Meter will complete it in transition.
Sometimes a three-point shot ends up being a long rebound and a run out for the other team, and that's exactly what happened right there.
Van Meter with 11. She's had a great night. What is now a 42-16 bulge. Ward up top. Over her first 3 from out there. Station digs out the rebound. And Murray, we talked at the beginning of the show that both of us thought this would be a very competitive game.
We did. You know, I thought because it's district tournament, both teams, as you lose, you go home tonight. I just expected more energy from Bryan Station. And for some reason, they come out flat.
The timeout on the floor. Bryan Station pause play with a quick timeout. We will step aside. More coverage on the other side of this timeout from Glycod.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Henry Clay in command as Bryan Station will inbound just over 5.5 minutes in this third quarter. Lob to Kazuzo, and possession will stay underneath for Bryan Station. There's Gentry. And she'll hand back to Gonzalez and ripped away. That's been the story of the night for Henry Clay, just the ability to turn Station over and possession back to the defenders. Chloe Doe checks back in as Gonzalez-Perez will shuttle out. Nice entry. That's the best pass into Kazuzo, but it was ripped away, taken out of there by Allie Stone. And Tamari Miller with the travel.
Yeah, when AB caught that ball on the block, she's got to keep it high. If you take it low, the guards are going to get it. You got to keep that ball high, turn, and score without dribbling in traffic.
Kaya Wade back to Chloe Doe, number 0, as Bryan Station averages 50 a night. They've got but 16 middle third quarter. Lob pass Gentry, going to draw a lot of attention in the overplay and steal. Tamari Miller all the way for the layup attempt. It's off. And possession, I believe, touched last by a closing Van Meter.
What Bryan Station's got to realize, they're getting double teamed in the post. You got to post up at an angle that you can just catch and shoot and not have to use a dribble to go into your move to avoid that second defender.
Henry Clay applying some more pressure. Now, as you look ahead potentially to a Friday night matchup between Henry Clay and Douglas, teams split on the season. How would you assess that game at this point?
Oh, I would call it Ayanna Darrington. She's a difference maker in the paint. She knows who she is. She doesn't try to do what she can't do. And that would be the only thing I would be interested to see if Henry Clay could bottle her up a little bit in the paint.
Well, and at times Darrington has had foul issues. That has to come in every opposing coach's mind, how they try to attack her. With 4:06 left in this third quarter.
But the difference is Frederick Douglass has outside shooting as well. You know, they just don't depend on her. To a lot of people's surprise, she's not even their leading scorer.
And Akai Wade will handle over to Gonzalez Perez. And Bryan Station going to call another timeout. We'll step aside. Going to be a full timeout for Station. More coverage from the 42nd District Basketball Tournament after this timeout, and a word from Allstate on Glycod.
Overly competitive brother. Psych. And I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Thanks, bro.
Take a lap, rookie.
Contact Louisville and Lexington Allstate agent Thomas Allen for a quote today. You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Chris LeBar, Murray Garvin back live at Henry Clay High School in Lexington, 42nd District Basketball Tournament. And Henry Clay, a decisive margin as they're handling Bryan Station and have from the outset. Doe for a three, off the mark. Rebound snatched by Tamari Miller. And a Station foul underneath. Second foul of this quarter. What's the mentality now on the Henry Clay sideline? A big lead. What do you do with some of your key players late in this game?
Well, probably the start of the fourth quarter, I would look for Coach Gerard to go to her bench and get some experience for her young players, like the young lady that just had the ball right there, and come out of this game healthy and feeling good. See, when you have a lead, you don't want to end the game on a bad note either, because that energy can carry over to the next day's practice.
Kazuzo a little bit short. Great pass from Elena Ward. And the lead stays at 26. Tamari Miller has it dip out. And possession back to Henry Clay. As Allie Stone will handle, and Tamia Wade, the 7th grader. This is a very tight, solid 8 or 9 player Henry Clay rotation. Stone off the mark from the right. And Gonzalez Perez, a little bit out of sorts, possession back over to Henry Clay. Got several guests we'll chat with as this evening continues. We hope to catch up with the winning coach in this game. We'll talk with Frederick Douglass head football coach Nathan McPeak later on this evening. We'll talk about the Bronco program and the schedule reveal, as the football schedule has been released recently on social media. Also conversation with one of our great corporate partners here on Glycod as well. Murray, certainly has to be a very disappointing evening for Bryan Station. A lot greater expectation from this outcome.
Yes, I'm sure Coach Sandusky is disappointed. You want your girls to perform at their peak level during the postseason, and they just did not have it tonight unless a miraculous turnaround happens.
Foul on Lydia Van Meter, second Henry Clay foul of this quarter. And a key away to the foul line, 4-2. That's off from Tamia Wade, and the follow will net a couple of free throws as Henry Clay back to the free throw line. Kaylin Gentry called for the foul, so in all likelihood will be her final high school game for Bryan Station, wrapping up a very solid career. Henry Clay pretty much took the energy away from Bryan Station almost immediately in this game.
Yeah, and when they did that, you know, ever since, they haven't performed to the level that they played at in the first 2 quarters.
That's well short from Wade.
And sometimes it's hard for a team to hold their concentration once the game is somewhat out of reach for their opponent.
How was that a challenge for you on the sideline?
Well, it gets frustrating because you want good things to continue to happen. You want them to stay in good habits. And when they start breaking those habits, it can get frustrating as a coach. And you have to know the temperament of your team. So you can't let that frustration get you to boil over, and then now you've discouraged them. So it's a delicate process being a coach.
And possession will stay with Bryan Station. Coming up about 8 p.m., we'll have Frederick Douglass and Henry Clay on the boys' side. You heard from Coach Brown. At halftime of this game, we hope to catch up with interim Douglass head coach Stefan Harris as well. And I think, Murray, a lot of respect amongst his peers for Coach Harris in terms of what he was thrust into this year, and he's done a pretty solid job.
Yes, he has. You know, anytime you're named the head coach in the fall, that's a tough turnaround time. Even though he was an assistant with the program last year, going that 1 seat over can be a major adjustment, not only for the coach, but also for the players, for the family, for the school administration. It's more than what people think it is.
Lydia Van Meter picking up fouls. That's her third in this quarter. And 3 fouls for each team in the stanza, as Wade back to the foul line for repair. She's got 3 points. She's very active at times.
If Wade, if she takes her activity and really works on her game over the summer, she can be a very effective player for Bryan Station. She's young. I believe she's a sophomore, so she's got time to improve on her. I want to say she's the point guard of the program on just how she manages the game.
Add 1 to Wade's tally. Just under a minute left. That's Doe on a fast break opportunity. The rebound claimed by Jaden Jeffers with 54 seconds in the third. That's Kazuzo coming the other way. A.B. Kazuzo lofts it long. And 40 seconds remain as Bryan Station. That's Nia Smith that had it momentarily. Underneath the Gentry, and a strong move and a foul with under 32 seconds in this fourth quarter, or rather a third quarter. I think some perspiration there on the ball there. I'm not sure exactly what the scrutiny is. Or maybe is there a contact? There's a lot of eyes down on the hardwood there.
Yeah, it could be.
Let's get out the blue light.
Been there, done that. Had to play with one eye like I was Popeye before.
Did it help your shooting?
I got a funny story I can tell you off camera about that.
You'll have to do that. And Gentry reins into free throw. 46-20. Henry Clay again got out to that early lead, and they've just been in cruise control. Nice strong take off the mark. Kazuzo had it ripped away. That's Ariana Sutton that took it from her and then put it in. With 4 ticks remaining, Doe has her sights on a long one. And that's going to take us to the fourth. Henry Clay 8 minutes away from a date with Douglas on Friday. More coverage in just a second. This is Glycod.com.
Confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball from Glycod.
Henry Clay leading handily as we welcome you back. District 42 semifinal action. Blue Devils appear poised to improve to 21-9. This is their first 20-win season since 2015 and 16, so already attaining a level they've not attained in quite a while.
And with such a young team, you know, the best is yet to come for this program. With Coach Gerard leading the charge, the sky's the limit for them.
Bryan Station trying to finish their season strongly as their campaign will end. Appears at 15-13, but a winning season nonetheless. This outcome will end their 2 consecutive year streak of reaching the 11th region tournament. And I think for Bryan Station, Murray, all their development for next year, I think really has to center around Kazuzo. She's an excellent player, but could she maybe take the next step to be an elite player?
Yes, and, you know, young ladies got to decide if they're really serious about the game. I had a mentor that used to ask me when I was recruiting, does the player like it or love it? And that makes all the difference in the world in what type of work that you'll put in to become the best player you want to become.
That was Anaya Smith that got on the board for Bryan Station. And waiting in the wings, Frederick Douglass. A very dominant win last night against Scott County. Ayanna Darrington a double-double. Nia Rhodes was raining down threes. Kate Baker made some threes. And certainly Henry Clay going to be the underdog in that matchup, but I think they've got a puncher's chance.
They do. They have a puncher's chance.
There's a three. That's Van Meter, her 4th triple of the night. Allie Stone for 2 more. What's the mentality for Coach Gerard over there? How happy is she with this effort? And Bryan Station going to burn a timeout. Full timeout. Henry Clay in command will step aside. Thanks for watching us tonight. This is GlyCod.com.
First opened during the Great Depression. And we've been open for over 85 years now, through everything that's come our way. We've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball from GlyCod.
Henry Clay 53, Bryan Station 22. Just over 6 minutes left. At the conclusion of this game, we'll have the Elite Building Products Most Outstanding Player. Murray and I will appoint and recognize one student athlete from each team for their achievement tonight on the floor. Again, that's presented by Elite Building Products. Elena Ward near sideline for Bryan Station. That's Gentry underneath. And again, just a stronger play. Allie Stone able to tie it up. And the arrow will be with Bryan Station. Now Kazuzo on top. That's a Wade 3. Nice rotation, just a little short. But credit Elena Ward there for continuing to play hard. And then she'll rifle it out of bounds. Lydia Van Meter over to Ariana Sutton. Great pass underneath, and they have shared it so well tonight. Elizabeth Nelson with the field goal, her first basket of the evening.
That was a spectacular pass by Sutton. Driving down the lane, drawing a second defender, and dumping it down to her teammate for 2.
Well, Gentry drawing some attention. And like a foul on the floor, first foul of this quarter. Beyond Henry Clay, Ariana Sutton. And Akia Wade puts it in for Bryan Station. 31-point lead. On the verge of a running clock at 35 points. We've seen that a couple of times this week. And a strong drive and a foul on the floor. It's going to be whistled on Bryan Station's Elena Ward.
You know, I see Coach Gerard looking at the clock. I know she's contemplating when to take her starters out. You want them to stay in rhythm, but you also don't want them to get hurt with a 31-point lead.
As Tamari Miller grows the lead to 32. And Bryan Station, they run into a juggernaut tonight. As Henry Clay has certainly seized the moment. Is this team going to improve to 21-9, and they'll have at least 2 games left this season. That's a great pass. What a wonderful pass from Sutton to draw the foul. Murray, as a head coach, you've got to love to see this in the open floor.
Yeah, you love to see your floor general try to reward teammates for running the floor and getting them the ball where they could be successful. Sutton does a great job of that. I really recognized that early in the season when we first had them. I thought she was a quality guard, and she's continued to get better throughout the season.
Tamari Miller in double figures. And that one stays in as the Blue Devils on the verge of 60. Carolyn Young will check in, number 50, a 5'5" senior. As Henry Clay has suited them up and played them all. Still 4.5 minutes remain. There's Wade with a field goal. Micaiah Wade, her 4th point.
Called travel there. I thought she got hit on the arm. That's why she dropped the ball.
Well, I think she did too. 3:52 to play. And Chloe Doe playing her final high school game. Swerve it over Elena Ward. That shot is off, and Young snatches a rebound. 3:30 remaining. Henry Clay, Murray, they started the season, really both boys and girls, but from a girls' side, so strong. And it seemed like they had that little dip in the middle of the year. But maybe they've gotten it back because they're playing great tonight.
Yeah, they look really good tonight. During the regular season, you go in ebbs and flows throughout the season. Sometimes young people can lose interest in what it takes to sustain success. They don't want to practice as hard. They don't want to keep watching film. So you go through lulls in the season. The great teams don't have lulls. But when you're trying to build and establish yourself.
Wade all the way to the basket and a foul underneath on Lydia Van Meter. Again, after the game, we'll hopefully catch up with Coach Harris of Douglas. We'll chat with Melissa Tibbs. She is part of Community Action. They've got so many exciting things going on. We'll have a conversation with her. Also hope to loop in Ashley Gerard of Henry Clay, and then don't forget Nathan McPeak, Bronco football coach. So Murray, he's the Dr. Phil tonight. He's interviewing them all. And he's dressed for it as well.
Got on my Sunday's best tonight.
And Henry Clay now the first to 60. Just over 2 minutes to play in the game. Ariana Sutton, nice find, and Young, oh no, couldn't knock it in. Gentry pounds it in. And a 60-30 Henry Clay lead with under 90 seconds left. Would be great to see Young score. I think the crowd would love that. And Young, couldn't hang on to it. Doe in transition. And Gentry for two more. That play pretty much summarizes her high school career. Did not give up on the play, continued effort.
Yeah, I like to see seniors finish games with a positive note.
And Young fouled. Be a side-out opportunity for Henry Clay. Coach Gerard over there asking for a shooting foul. I think she wants Young to get an opportunity to score.
Yeah, you could tell her teammates are trying to get the ball into her.
There's a jumper wide open, was Ava Grace Malone. And Malone double dribbled. And running clock now. What is a 60-32 lead as the clock continues to run on. And congratulations to the Blue Devils. Win number 21. That was off from Anaya Smith, and that's going to wrap things up here tonight at Henry Clay. As this one never in doubt. The Blue Devils dominant from the start. Two class programs going to meet at the scores table as Henry Clay, a big, big win, 60-32 over Bryan Station. Continue with us, more coverage from District 42. We'll step aside, have more for you in just a couple of minutes from glycod.com.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by CSL Plasma. Be rewarded for your generosity. Do the amazing. Help save lives.
Back live at Henry Clay High School, game one complete. Henry Clay demolishes Bryan Station 60-32. After one, it was a 20-4 Blue Devil lead, and they coasted, and they will advance to take on Frederick Douglass Friday night, 6 o'clock for the District 42 championship game. Stay here, please. We'll have more coverage when we come back. Lots of interviews to get to. We'll also update the final stats and let you know who won the Elite Building Products Most Outstanding Player. We'll have all that for you in just a couple of minutes after this timeout from Glycod.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product is based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
Let's get real. For a lot of people, 4 years of college might as well be a million. With us, you can get a certificate in a matter of months and start a career right away. College for the real world. College for your world.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Here at the 42nd District Tournament with corporate sponsor Melissa Tibbs from the Director of and the Office of Sustainability for Community Action Council.
Hi.
Melissa, great to have you here tonight.
Thank you for having me. There's so much good energy in this room. I'm glad to be here.
Well, it's a big time event when you have these high schools competing, but none of this would be possible without the sponsorship of Community Action. Could you tell us a little bit more about what you guys do there?
Sure. So Community Action Council is a private nonprofit organization. We serve right here in Lexington. We also serve in 13 other counties throughout the state. And we are an anti-poverty organization. Our mission is to help people be better tomorrow, next month, next year than where they find themselves today. And so we do that through a number of different initiatives which we can talk about. But we're also in a bit of a celebration ourselves. The community action agencies got started with the signing of the Economic Opportunity Act that happened 60 years ago this year. So we're celebrating 60 years of being a dedicated resource and support for people living in or near poverty. And especially after COVID, we know exactly how important it is for families and households to have access to resources to help them recover financially and just to help prepare them to be in a good spot.
Is there any particular services you would like to mention?
Sure. So one of the things that we are most known for is our Head Start program. Head Start is federally funded. It's early childhood education. We work with pregnant women and children from birth to age 5, and we do that in counties throughout the state, and we're really proud of that. Our Head Start programs recently received a designation by the National Head Start Association called Program of Excellence. We were one of only 11 Head Start programs in the country to receive it, and the only one in Kentucky, so we're really proud. And what that means for us is that our program was reevaluated and looked at in a number of different ways, administration, programming, family engagement, all kinds of things, and they found us to be a superior program, and so we're really proud of that. And Head Start's so important for foundational learning, for public school learning, but also for success in life. And so we're really proud to have that service here for families in this community.
And we're really proud that you have that service. Being a community member, I know how important Head Start is. My mother was a Head Start teacher for a number of years. So I grew up around that culture of taking care of the community and understanding that it takes a community to raise a child.
That's right.
And thank you for what you do at the Community Action Council.
You're very welcome.
How can people learn more about community action?
So we're online. Our website is ComAction, which I'll spell it COMMACTION.org. We're also on Facebook and Instagram. It's a great resource. We have some programs that are operating right now that will be helpful to people. We operate what's called the Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program. So for people who are really fearing a disconnect notice on their energy bill, Community Action is here to help them. There's funding up and through the end of March. So that's something that's time sensitive, and I really want people to know that if they know somebody or if they themselves fear that they might have a disconnect notice coming, because we know we had some high bills coming from the really cold snap that we faced in January. So that's a service. The other thing that we're doing, because it's tax season, is we partner with the United Way of the Bluegrass to file free tax returns for people who earned up to $62,000 last year. So again, that's a service that's happening right now, and they can find out more information on our website about that and a bunch of other things.
So many cool and positive things that you guys got going on. I'm a big fan of Community Action.
Thank you, sir.
For a couple of years, I worked in Frisk with Fayette County Public Schools.
Wonderful.
And we partnered with you guys a lot.
Yes, you did.
So I know that you guys do quality work, you care about your clients, and you just want to help and make people understand that there's hope and there's people in the community that cares about them, and it's not about the dollar amount or what they have to pay for the services.
That's right. There's no shame. Everybody needs somebody at some point in time, and we're here to help anybody who is in financial struggles, because we all know what that is, especially in light of the last few years that we've all experienced together. So thank you so much.
Oh, and thank you. And from Glycod Media, thank you for being a corporate sponsor.
Thank you.
Let's get real. You could go to work right after high school, but spend a little time with us and we'll give you a better chance to do more, be more, and earn more. College for the real world. College for your world.
Paramedics do the incredible. They help save lives. And so can you by donating at CSL Plasma. Your plasma donation can help create 24 critical life-saving medicines. And you can be rewarded for your generosity. Every plasma donation can do so much for so many. Do the amazing. Help save lives. Donate plasma today at your local CSL Plasma Center.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
Rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Back live at Henry Clay High School. Time now for your final stats, presented by Traditional Bank. Who you bank with matters. Henry Clay, of course, wins big, and they shot the ball much better, as the final score will indicate. Plus 17 from the floor. They made 5 3-point field goals and plus 13 on the glass, as Bryan Station again began this game trailing by a score of 20-4, and it was all Henry Clay this evening. So some final numbers there. The most outstanding player presented by Elite Building Products, and I think certainly for Henry Clay you could have gone a couple of different directions, as the Blue Devils were very balanced. But we're going to go with Lydia Van Meter, who was perhaps one of her best shooting games of the season. Lydia connecting on 14 points, including 4 out of 5 from 3-point range. Bryan Station, Akaya Wade, 14 points and 4 rebounds. Tonight's most outstanding player, again, presented by Elite Building Products in Nicholasville. If you'd like more information on their outstanding services, feel free to visit them at EliteKentucky.com. Some other individual numbers. Wade led Station with 14. Elena Ward did not score, but Kaylin Gentry there, 13 points and 7 rebounds. And for Henry Clay, 3 Blue Devils in double figures. Tamari Miller was outstanding, 18 points, 6 rebounds. Van Meter again, 14. Ariana Sutton had 11 points and 7 Karams. Allison Stone, 8 and 6. So a very balanced attack from the Blue Devils, and we hope to catch up with their head coach, Ashley Gerard, here in a bit. Murray is walking this way with Coach Gerard, so ask and you shall receive. We'll have it for you next in between games. Henry Clay a winner, and the boys game will tip off in about 25 minutes. More coverage in just a second from Glycod.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
Rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. For an intuitive, simple, and stress-free mortgage process, visit ruoff.com. Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors.
Here at Henry Clay High School with the winning basketball coach in the semifinals of the 42nd District Tournament, Coach Ashley Gerard. You got the W tonight. It's on to the next one. It's survive and advance this time of year.
Yes.
You did that. How was your locker room after the victory?
Oh, locker room was excited. You know, it wasn't like, super excited. We knew we supposed to win this game.
Okay.
You know? And as I told them, Friday, I don't want nobody cutting down them nets.
Not
my
in your
gym,
house.
and not in my house. So we celebrate real quick, but then it's back to the game plan, you know, like back to working. Tomorrow we got film, we got practice, back to grinding.
What I respect about what you just said, you said film.
Oh.
Your program, you watch film.
We watch film, and we watch film together. On a huddle, you can look at how much time they've spent a week on there.
Right, the analytics.
So I break it down sometimes also with them, because I'll give them clips. You know, it'll be like, tell me where you were supposed to go. What kind of pass was this? Was it back door? You can see it. And then they go in and they can see all the clips, like have them all titled for them. But yeah, we do. Film session is really good for.
On air, we talked about coaches that played college basketball and how that carries over to their coaching style.
Yes.
That's one of them. Because when you're a college athlete, you're used to studying film.
Yes.
And you can see that in your program because a lot of your girls have improved over the course of the season. And in order to do that, it's just not what happens on the court.
Absolutely.
It's what happens in the film room. So kudos to you as a coach that you're not only coaching the game, you're teaching the game of basketball.
I tell them, basketball is just like a subject in school. You know, you sit down and you got to study.
Right.
I said some people have that God-given talent, some people don't. So if you just ain't a mathematician, you got to go in math class and, study.
You got to study.
You got to do it with the game. Like, you got to continuously keep learning. So it helps.
That's why it's no surprise that your program's having the success that it's having. 21 wins, the most in several years here at Henry Clay on the girls' side.
And a tough schedule.
Absolutely. Look, I'm gonna give you your props, okay? But good luck on Friday versus Frederick Douglass. I know that boxing out is the key. and we just talked about it off air.
Yes.
But good luck matching up with the Broncos of Frederick Douglass.
All right, I appreciate you, and I'll see you Friday.
Absolutely, and on to the regional tournament from there.
Absolutely.
Congrats.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
Let's get real. For a lot of people, 4 years of college might as well be a million. With us, you can get a certificate in a matter of months and start a career right away. College for the real world. College for your world.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
Rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back to Henry Clay High School. 13 minutes ahead of Henry Clay and Douglas, the marquee event perhaps in all of Central Kentucky in terms of the district tournament semifinals. It's Henry Clay and it's Douglas, 2 teams that are very familiar with one another. And as you look at this game, you certainly have to start with Henry Clay in terms of their ability to shoot the ball. This is a very sound team, and Coach Brown has a very, very potent offensive attack, and when they're shooting the ball well, they are difficult to contend with. They're also playing a little bit better. It seemed like they perhaps hit a little bit of a valley in the middle portion of the season, but they're off to a nice 5-6 stretch here in February, culminating with a blowout win versus Lafayette in their final regular season game. And certainly for the Blue Devils to win this game, they're going to need a lot of production from Jackson and Isaiah Steffen. These guys, as well as Case and Brown, shoot the three so well. So we'll step aside one more time. We'll get Murray's expertise on this matchup. Henry Clay, Frederick Douglass, 12 and a half minutes from tip-off. Be right back after this. Thanks so much for watching us tonight on Glycon.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
I love Head Start.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
Glycon on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycon.
This is your season to save on our incredible selection of new Kias from Cardtown Kia. You can't beat the powerful design of the new 2024 Sportage.
It's your choice. The new 2023 Kia Sportage, just $349 down and $349 per month, or the new 2023 Kia Sorento, just $349 down and $349 per month.
Unmatched design, performance, and savings all in one at Cardtown Kia and CardtownKiaUSA.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Cardtown Kia. Visit their showroom at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville, or browse their inventory at CardtownKiaUSA.com. Cardtown Kia, movement that inspires.
Chris LeBar, Murray Garvin. We're back live at Henry Clay High School. Henry Clay Douglass, the winner, moves on to take on Bryan Station Friday at 8 o'clock for the district title. The loser season will conclude, and this certainly has all the makings of a fascinating matchup.
Oh, this is going to be a big-time district semifinal between Frederick Douglass and Henry Clay. I can't wait. I'm going to be super amped up just to see the players play, the coaches coach, the cheerleaders cheerlead, and the pep band. We're in for a special treat tonight.
Well, you had made the comment a couple of times about Armelo's Boone status and whether or not he would play. He is out there, so that leads one to believe that he will play. And when he's healthy, he's probably the best player on the floor.
When Armelo Boone is healthy, he's a bona fide Division I prospect. Mid-major right now. He holds offers from Western Kentucky and a host of others. But with an outstanding summer for Melo, he can elevate possibly to a high major recruit in 2025.
This Bronco group, they are the two seed. They're the home team, ironically, on Henry Clay's home floor. And they played everybody, right? They played 13 top 50 games. They haven't won them all, but I would have to think that Coach Harris feels like that his guys are really well equipped because of the schedule they played.
Well, he said his motto for the year was respect all, fear none, and water your own grass and not worry about what's happening in someone else's yard. They've done that at Douglass. They've played in the King of the Bluegrass. They were in the White Greer Maggard Christmas tournament at Lexington Catholic. They've played a killer schedule, all to prepare them for postseason play.
We told you about Boone Armello leading Douglas, still over 20 points per game to Marcus Surratt. An interesting storyline. He started the year so strongly, and then he got sick for about 3 or 4 weeks, didn't play hardly at all, and it seems like now he's starting to get his legs back under him.
Well, as a coach, you want your team to peak at the right time. You want to be healthy going into the postseason. It's the right time. It's got to be that moment. We're in for a special 32 minutes of basketball, and I wouldn't be surprised if it goes an extra frame.
Avion Chanel having a great season as well. His motor has just been on display all season long, leading Douglas at 7 rebounds per game. The keys to the game are presented by Martin's Peterbilt of Central Kentucky. We'll have that for you in just a couple of minutes. Counting you down to Henry Clay and Douglas from Glycod.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
I love Head Start.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teachers, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
This is your season to save on our incredible selection of new Kias from Cardtown Kia. You can't beat the powerful design of the new 2024 Sportage.
It's your choice. The new 2023 Kia Sportage, just $349 down and $349 per month, or the new 2023 Kia Sorento, just $349 down and $349 per month.
Unmatched design, performance, and savings all in one at Cardtown Kia and CardtownKiaUSA.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Cardtown Kia. Visit their showroom at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville, or browse their inventory at CardtownKiaUSA.com. Cardtown Kia, movement that inspires.
Time now for the keys to this game presented by Martin's Peterbilt of Central Kentucky. They strive to keep your trucks moving through outstanding parts availability and unmatched service, all while glorifying Jesus Christ and building relationships. Brown and Brown, right?
Brown and Brown, and I'm not talking about a law firm. I'm talking about Coach Daniel Brown and his son, the point guard on the court, the youngest Brown brother. He's coached 3 of his sons. This one here, he has to control the game for his team. Sometimes it's not about scoring, it's about playing winning basketball. A key for Henry Clay, they have to win the paint. Frederick Douglass is one of the best downhill teams in all of the state of Kentucky. If they get to the rim tonight, they got some big fellas in there waiting on them in Bush and Wicker for Henry Clay. The keys to the game for Douglass, star power at its finest. Surratt, Chenault, and Mello Boone. Those 3 players all could play on the next level. and they have to make sure that they keep the home team's crowd out of the game.
That's well said. Henry Clay has certainly played Douglas twice this year, and they've lost twice. And to beat a team a third time, the old adage is how difficult it is. How would you describe the challenge that Douglas has despite already having 2 wins under their belt?
Well, the challenge that Douglas has is the atmosphere. You're on the road. You're in Henry Clay's gym. These guys wake up in the morning and come in here and get up shot, so they know every dead spot, every part of the backboard. They're at home. Douglas has to come in and play Douglas-style basketball. That's fast, that's under control, and that's a whole lot of Armello Boone, Avion Chenault, and Surratt getting to the rim, making highlight reel plays.
We told you about the series. It's been pretty even keel in this series. Douglas leads 10-8. They've won the last 4, including twice this year. Starting lineups tip off in about 90 seconds. We can't wait to get this one started. Frederick Douglass, Henry Clay, live tonight on Glycod.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
From Glycod, it's IBEW Local 369 Central Kentucky High School Basketball. IBEW 369, power up your potential. Tonight's game is brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Never underestimate you. CSL Plasma, do the amazing, help save lives. Meyer, higher standards, lower prices. Traditional Bank, because who you bank with matters. And by Community Action of Lexington, Martin's Peterbilt, Lexington Outdoor and Power Equipment, and Allstate Insurance Agent Thomas Allen. Now courtside for all the action from Glycod on IBEW Local 369 Central Kentucky High School Basketball.
Time now for the starting lineups presented by Ruoff Mortgage. At Ruoff, their opening doors, the expected starters will preface as Isaiah Steffen, Kason Brown, A.J. Dixon, Jackson Steffen, and Hassan Bush will start. All but Dixon average in double figures. A.J. right there on the doorstep at 9 points per game. And Jackson Steffen having a great year, 14 points as a first-year starter.
Yes, Jackson Steffen is a great perimeter shooter. You put him with Kason Brown and Isaiah Steffen and A.J. Dixon, all these guys can light it up from the perimeter, and I look for a spectacular game from them tonight.
Starting lineups we expect for the Douglas Broncos. It looks like it's going to be a familiar 5 with Armello Boone, DeMarcus Surratt, Avion Chenault, Chris Wright, and Logan Busen. And Busen, goodness gracious, so impressive in everything he does out there. Just received a verbal, I believe, from Cornell, if I'm not mistaken, an Ivy offer, and a tremendous student athlete.
Wow. Congratulations to he and his family for being such a committed student athlete. If you're going to Cornell, you can play ball and you can get it done in the classroom. So kudos to he and his family. Congratulations on the offer.
We'll let you guys enjoy the starting lineups. These student athletes have been looking forward to this all week long. Well, Murray, you've been on the sideline in big games like this. You can feel it just different in this game.
Oh, you asked me earlier in the season, did I miss it? I miss atmospheres like this. I wish I had the sleepless night last night in order to prepare for a big stage like these young men are about to play on.
Daniel Brown, his 50th birthday today, 18th season here at Henry Clay. And the Frederick Douglass student athletes. And Murray, you and I have talked so many times this season in terms of what Douglas can or cannot do in the postseason.
Yes, well, what they can't do is play carefree. They have to be deliberate in their attack. Coach Brown is one of the best tacticians in all of high school basketball here in Kentucky. I'm sure he's going to throw some wrinkles that Douglas hadn't seen yet, and it's going to be interesting to see how Coach Harris counters those wrinkles and gets his young men to perform at their peak level.
Big responsibility for these gentlemen, Clayton Brooks, Luke Rouse, Andy Dunn, the officials tonight. As we're going to tip this one off, Henry Clay and Douglas. The winner gets Bryan Station on Friday at 8 p.m. And the loser season will conclude. Both teams have an outstanding regular seasons, and somebody not going to advance. Hassan Bush and Avion Chenault to jump here at the center at Henry Clay High School. And we are off as DeMarcus Surratt brings it in. And Henry Clay Murray starts in a straight man.
Starting straight man-to-man, but it's going to be something different here.
That's Logan Busen underneath, finding Surratt. And Chris Wright is free in the corner. And there's Avion to clean it up. Seven rebound per night for Avion, and Douglas by an early basket just underway.
Well, with Frederick Douglass, when the shot goes up, you have to put a body on Avion Chenault, or you're going to end up on a Glycod highlight reel.
There's Isaiah Steffen over now Jackson Steffen, and Douglas very intense to start this game, and an early theft. As Kason Brown tried to feed the post. Carmelo Boone and Busen chiseling his way in a little bit out of sorts. Hassan Bush bothering that drive. And Henry Clay with possession, and it's stolen away off of Bush to Boone on a 4-on-2. Chris Wright applying the break. Chenault flings a corner three. And Busen and Steffen underneath, and the game's first foul on Henry Clay. Will be on Kason Brown as Logan Busen awaiting a pair of Frederick Douglass free throws. Been a part of Logan's game he has worked tirelessly on to improve that free throw shooting number. 44%.
Yes, he bangs around so much and draws so many fouls that if he ever gets this free throw shooting down, it makes him a tough out and improves Frederick Douglass drastically.
Hassan Bush covers the Henry Clay rebound. Broncos by 3. Nice split of the double team by Isaiah Steffen, and Boone smothers the loose ball as Wright bumped from behind, and that's Isaiah Steffen called for the Henry Clay second foul.
I had the pleasure of meeting the parents or the mom of the Steffen boys, and I want to give a shout out to their family up in New York City watching tonight. Hello from the Commonwealth of Kentucky, Steffen family.
And Frederick Douglass going to inbound. He'll be very proud of Jackson and Isaiah, two key parts to Henry Clay's success this year. Carmelo Boone traipsing in the lane.
Here's the zone that Coach Brown was talking about. He's already went to it in the first quarter.
Busen, nice spin move. Logan Busen with the left, and Henry Clay a quick 30-second timeout. Douglass with the game's first 5 points will step aside right after this.
Paramedics do the incredible. They help save lives. And so can you by donating at CSL Plasma. Your plasma donation can help create 24 critical life-saving medicines. And you can be rewarded for your generosity. Every plasma donation can do so much for so many. Do the amazing. Help save lives. Donate plasma today at your local CSL Plasma Center.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball from Glycod.
Logan Busen has Douglas extending the lead to 5-zip to start. And Henry Clay has to burn an early timeout. Oh, Chenault! Uh-oh! Avion Chenault, Broncos a touchdown lead.
This is the start that Frederick Douglass needed.
Kason Brown over right, lofts it off. Bush with an early foul, but he'll put it in. Hassan Bush, 6'5" junior on the putback, has Henry Clay earning their first field goal. Why such an early important start for Douglas?
Well, when you're basically on the road at the home team's gym, you know, you want to get a good start in order to just gain confidence that you could play with these guys and you get settled sooner.
There's a three in the corner. Surratt has it swirl out. And the rebound lassoed by Isaiah Steffen. A.J. Dixon has it stolen away. Armello Boone with another big takeaway. And Boone with the completion.
Woo! These Douglas boys are playing tonight, Chris.
Points off turnovers critical to their success. I think focus would be the best description I can say, as Bush on the entry and Hassan finger rolls it home.
Henry Clay's going to keep coming at him now. It's early. Coach Brown, like I said, I have a tremendous amount of respect for him and how he's built this program here at Henry Clay. These guys are going to go down fighting.
Broncos by 5, under 4 in this opening quarter. Now Boone trying to swerve his way in the lane. How about that head fake by Wright? And a travel sighted on Douglas's Logan Busen.
I tell you how big this game is. You just had one of the top 5 centers in the class of 25, Malachi Moreno, just walk in from the opposing region opponent, Great Crossing, the #1 team in the state of Kentucky. So they're here tonight to see what's going on in this district, because they may play one of these teams come region tournament time.
Brown baseline, Surratt with a poke. Did you see their score last night?
I heard it was bad.
It wasn't pretty for Frankfort. 9-4 as Henry Clay will inbound underneath. And thus far, Douglas crowding that three-point line. This is such a key to Henry Clay's success. And Wright all in Kason Brown's business. Rolling is Steffen. Jackson Steffen missed it from the doorstep. And Surratt, great position to lasso the rebound.
With that screen and roll action that Henry Clay runs, if you trap the ball screen, the help side has to come from the weak side and rotate over. That time Busen rotated over, built a wall, and made it tough for the Henry Clay offensive player to finish.
Avion Chenault got the score going on an early putback, and he'll coordinate the attack up top for Douglas. And Surratt tried to find a cutting Busen. Instead, Bush got a hand on it. A.J. Dixon down the scope. And Dixon heading to the foul line as Chris Wright called for the foul after sliding over. Dixon to the foul line. AJ, 65% free throw shooter, and he is really the fifth spoke to this wheel, but a very credible player in his own right.
Absolutely. He could flat out shoot the ball as well. I watched him in pregame and other games this season, and he's got a beautiful stroke.
Demonstrated right there. So Henry Clay with 4 straight out of the timeout. Now Surratt fielding it over to point man Chris Wright. Avion Chenault finding Wright, launches a 3. He's 0 for 2. Chenault well above the cylinder, but the ball trickles back to Boone. And Armello angles it in.
What a move, man. What a move.
Boone with 4. A theatrical 4 and a 5-point Bronco lead. A.J. Dixon behind the back, flaunts a 3. Everything but Chenault, a man's rebound above the rim. With a $130 in the first and a 5-point Bronco lead. There's Chris Wright. Back in the corner to 2. Avion Chenault. Now Busen, the rugged 4-man handles. Surratt. Boone in the air. Avion, another putback. Chenault with 4. Both on putbacks. There's Steffen wheeling. Jackson Steffen is on the board, his first field goal. 45% field goal shooter. As the teams exchange baskets, Boone spinning, closing block by Bush. There's Jackson Steffen and Chris Wright with a great defensive effort and a foul on Avion Chenault as he'll bump Brown going to the basket.
Great basketball action so far. It's 13-8, but both teams are competing hard. You got guys already holding their shorts. That means that the energy of the building sometimes can take your breath away.
A.J. Dixon to inbound underneath for Henry Clay. A couple of subs checked in. And Brown lost that handle right to DeMarcus Surratt. It's Jake Mitchell that had it momentarily for Douglas, number 11, a 6'1 senior. And the Broncos with remnants in this quarter, leading by 5. Under 5 as Wright finds Surratt going to be sighted, trying to set something up for Boone, and Surratt called.
Yeah, they tried to pin down the top of the zone, and Melo kind of moved off that flare screen before Surratt could set that flare.
There's Steffen inside the arc. He'll shoot it on the run and come up empty. That's Jackson Steffen. It's off the mark, and a 5-point Bronco beginning. 8 minutes in the book, second quarter, on the way back from Glycod.
Let's get real. We offer a lot of the same courses you'll find at a 4-year college. But with our small classes and personal attention, you won't get lost in the crowd. College for the real world. College for your world.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Douglas by 5 as we welcome you back to Henry Clay High School. Chris Labar along with former Paul Lawrence Dunbar head coach Murray Garvin. And a very solid start for the Broncos.
Yeah, we're in for a good basketball game. Henry Clay sustained themselves with the early onslaught of Douglas, and 13-8 right now. It's not a bad score.
And Henry Clay will possess the ball to set this second quarter. Entry to Bush. And a nice up and under from Hassan. And there's Boone to snare the rebound. And Boone lost that handle as Kason Brown got a hand on it. Jake Mitchell parading baseline. And now DeMarcus Surratt, number 3, will reverse back to Chris Wright. Mitchell tried to steer that baby in from Al Pruitt Gymnasium logo, and Henry Clay procures the rebound.
Well, Coach Harris said that's why he's gotten more minutes here late in the season, is his ability to knock down perimeter shots.
Kason Brown finding, there's Trevor Evans, will touch it for the first time. Stephen on a screen, a little bit long from Jackson, and rebound by Armello Boone of Douglas. There's Busen splitting the double team. Chris Wright, he's over his first 3 from out there, and Hassan Bush been a factor on the backboard. That shot's going to rattle off from Evans, and a run out too lengthy for DeMarcus Surratt. A couple of subs come in. Dakari Talbert amongst them for the Broncos. The exciting freshman, his role seems like it's grown throughout this year.
Yeah, Talbert gives them a quality backup point guard that started a few games for Douglas this year.
And both teams locked on that 13-8 count as neither is scratched in this second quarter. Nice reversal back to Kason Brown. Isaiah Stephen well long, and Chenault pinballed it right back to Trevor Evans, and he couldn't put it in either. And a deflection, it will belong to Henry Clay as they've been locked on this side of the floor for a while.
Yes, they have. They're getting their hands on offensive rebounds and giving them second chance opportunities to score. They hadn't shot the ball particularly well from the perimeter yet.
Lob there is Bush on the inbound, and a crafted basket, well orchestrated inbound play underneath. Bush with a half dozen. And what is a 13-10 Frederick Douglass lead? Busen funnels it to Chenault for another stuff. That's Avion, he's got 2 dunks.
If you're seeing Avion Chenault for the first time, he's about 6'2", but he plays like he's 6'8" or longer. Just an incredible athlete, great body control, finishes around the rim, like I said, like he's 6'8".
You know, the presence of mind of Busen, just a wonderful pass. As the Broncos pretty crisp here in this first half, leading 15-10. Brown through contact, did not get that one home. And here comes Talbert with his hair on fire as he pierces into front court. And Talbert, coast to coast. Back to 7, Dakari Talbert, 5'9" freshman, is on the board. Kason Brown shifting his way in. Oh my, what a great basket plus a Bronco foul.
You have to watch when Kason penetrates, the other guys on Henry Clay, they got to rotate back or you're going to get another run out like we got with Talbert because Kason Brown is below the free throw line on penetration. So I know that's something that Coach Brown would address with his guys.
Kason Brown, his first field goal. That was one of Murray's keys, Brown and Brown. And a three-point trip there as the lead reduced to 4. Coming up at halftime, Murray will chat with Broncos head football coach Nathan McPeak. Get caught up on the status of his all-season program as the football program renowned certainly amongst the best in the state. Noah Jones is on the floor for the Broncos for the first time as well. He'll wear number 12 and be situated in that far corner just outside of Henry Clay's sideline. And Surratt trying to initiate something around Skylar Hersey. Now Chenault. Back to Busen as the Broncos very patient. Chenault flings it. It had a puncher's chance, but it rattled out, and Skylar Hersey vacuums in the rebound. Stephen wheeling to Bush. Bush for 2. Hassan Bush with 8. Stephen with the dime, and Henry Clay with 5 straight. A foul away from the ball. Foul on Skylar Hersey, first such infraction for Henry Clay in this second quarter. A couple subs come in. A.J. Dixon will enter the fray, as well as his companion Trevor Evans for Henry Clay. Nice inbound. There's the crease to Busen. Logan Busen serving his options as he funnels it to Armello Boone. Boone free for a 3. And Chris Wright set him up beautifully. Boone now with 7 points.
He doesn't need much space.
Dixon angling right, lost his footing and coughs it up out of bounds.
Armello Boone, he's got such a quick release and it's a high release. You know, he's 6'5", so that ball comes off. If you're not there, he can get a shot off, and he usually gets good results.
Broncos 18-12 coming in. They lost 5 out of 7 to wrap up the regular season, but they have been focused here in this first half. Looking real good. And Henry Clay playing a credible half as well. There's Talbert in the corner. Talbert baseline. Poked right back to Dakari. And Surratt in attack pose. Talbert swishes a 3 and right. Set him up again.
Great ball movement by Douglas on that possession.
Kason Brown with a size advantage over Wright. Little contact there, and the ball stays in.
Little big guys are battling right there. That was a physical finish by Kason Brown.
Brown with 5 points in this quarter, a lead back to 6. And Dakari Talbert, he's brought these Broncos to lift 5 points off the bench here in limited action. And Busen with a sturdy screen. Surratt idling baseline, and he tried to posterize Cole Wicker, and the ball trickles free. There's Jackson Steffen spinning, and a big-time bucket.
Wow, what a finish by Jackson Steffen right there. Busen came over, he might have been under the rim. In high school, you don't have the charge circle, so maybe the ref thought he was too far underneath and Jackson had left his feet before he set up.
Terry Kaysen in for Douglas, as Logan Busen will pick up the foul and shuttle out. And that was a well-timed bucket for Henry Clay's Jackson Steffen. This potentially could be the second old-fashioned three-point play in the last couple of sequences. And touch last, and I believe Cole Wicker got a mitt on it. And it will be possessed by Douglas. Just over a minute remaining in this first half. That's Surratt up top. And Kaysen from the baseline. Perhaps a tad early on that one, and the rebound all the way out to Brown. And there's Boone. Did he keep it in play? He did. And Talbert leaking down the floor. And Murray, the discipline to just hold their horses, right? Pun intended, with 20 seconds in the half.
That's growth as a basketball team. Earlier this season, Douglas would have tried to make a highlight reel play right there, and they held up, and they're going to hold for one shot to end the half.
10 seconds left. Talbert inches in right inside the line. Brown at three. It'll count if it goes. And a 4-point lead at half. A well-played first half. Frederick Douglass. They lead Henry Clay 23-19. Stay here, please. We've got Nathan McPeak. He'll join us on the other side with Murray Garvin. More coverage here on Glycod.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
With Fast Signs, see the visual possibility in your business. See it in lights and flags, on a van, in metal, on the floor, in color. With signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement. With your masterful team of visual marketing experts, anything is possible. Fast Signs. Make your statement.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Tradition means values.
and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by IBEW Local 369. Find out about their apprenticeship and training programs that help you earn while you learn at IBEWLocal369.com. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential.
Good afternoon, back here at the 42nd District Tournament. This time a switcheroo to the gridiron. I'm here with head football coach Nathan McPeak of Frederick Douglass High School. Coach McPeak, I want to give you your flowers right here. You have made football relevant again in the city and what you've done in building the program there at Frederick Douglass.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. Thanks for Glycod, everything they do. You guys do a great job for us during football season, covers during basketball. So I appreciate you saying that. We have a lot of great players. We have a great coaching staff. I'm blessed to have both components because you got to have both to be really good. We got a great administration that wants us to be successful. So it all starts there. It's, holistic culture, as you know, Coach, and you got to have every piece going in the right direction to have success.
Well, something that I've admired about your program from afar is your presence on social media. What you guys do to market your program is second to none and one of the best I've seen here in the state of Kentucky. And I've also driven by your high school at 6 a.m. in the morning, and you have a ton of players in there working right now for next season.
Yeah, and we'll actually, this Friday, we start our 6 a.m. conditioning mat drills. So 2 reasons we do that. Number one, I want to see who's in, because we have a lot of numbers, after school weights, stuff like that. But I want to see who's going to make that commitment level. And then number two, it gets our families and our players prepared for our spring practice in May, which we do at 6 a.m. And that's well attended by colleges that come evaluate our guys in May. So, there's a scientific part to that too of why we do it leading into our spring practice. But it's definitely about a commitment level in our program. And, like I tell everybody, we're a pressure-packed program. Not everybody can coach in it. Not everybody can play in it. I enjoy it, but it's definitely a pressure-based program, and we have one expectation.
What is that expectation, Coach?
To win championships, but for me, to get talented players to the next level. And, I think that's every high school coach's job, but I feel like, with the connections that I have and other people that I know, and obviously our background of guys that are going and doing well at the next level, goes back to, Coach Toll, our strength conditioning coach, and our player development program. To me, it's one of the best in the country for what we do for the player by the time they come in as freshmen till the time hopefully they're getting recruited and helping us win ball games.
Now, tell me if I'm wrong, but I believe, didn't you have an alum win a national championship with Michigan?
Yeah, we have one that signed at Michigan, but okay. Obviously he's going this year. But
that's right.
We had a coach, Coach Clinkscale, which he went with Coach Harbaugh to the Chargers now. Oh, but wow. He was on staff, and all his boys played for us.
Wow. Kudos to your program. I know you're sending kids to the Big Ten, to the SEC. You're creating opportunities for young people, and that's really what it's all about. And then, hey, a championship here and there, we don't mind that either.
No, and, it's a situation where once you do it once, you got to do it again, and that's the expectation, and we got to be able to do that. And, we're playing an elite schedule again this year, and, in our classification, we're playing a lot of 6A teams that are elite. And, our home schedule's loaded. We got Louisville Male, Trinity, Bryan Station, Corbin. Those are some good teams. Those are the 4 home games we have. We're playing at Western Kentucky against Bowling Green. So, I mean, we got the gamut, that's for sure.
Absolutely, and I respect that about you. You don't duck any competition. If you want to play, he's easy to find. And you see the jewelry on his fingers, so
Appreciate
he backs it up as well. Coach McPeak, thank you for your time. Thank you for what you're doing for the community of Frederick Douglass High School. And again, bringing attention back to Central Kentucky about football.
Appreciate that. Thank you for the kind words, Coach, and I appreciate Glycod again. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable. They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself. This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
I love Head Start.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teachers, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
This is your season to save on our incredible selection of new Kias from Cardtown Kia. You can't beat the powerful design of the new 2024 Sportage.
It's your choice. The new 2023 Kia Sportage, just $349 down and $349 per month, or the new 2023 Kia Sorento, just $349 down and $349 per month.
Unmatched design, performance, and savings all in one at Cardtown Kia and CardtownKiaUSA.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Cardtown Kia. Visit their showroom at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville, or browse their inventory at CardtownKiaUSA.com. Cardtown Kia, movement that inspires.
Back live at Henry Clay High School, 23-19 Douglas on top of Henry Clay. Thanks so much for Coach McPeak joining us. I'm Chris Loire along with former Dunbar head coach Murray Garvin, and it's great to have you with us. Final halftime numbers presented by Traditional Bank. Who you bank with matters. Pretty even Steven. Douglas leading by 4, and they've made 2 more 3-point field goals.
Yes, and you see the field goal percentage is very similar with 42 and 40%, and the rebounding war, 14 apiece. So that's why we have a 23-19 game, because the numbers are fairly even coming out of halftime. Let's see what we get in the second half.
Three in the corner. It's not going to go in, and Henry Clay with possession as we move in now to the third quarter. Now, Murray, what do you look for here in the early phases of this second half?
Well, I look for what adjustment each coach made at the half. I see that Frederick Douglass made a lineup change at the point guard position. So that tells me that they want to get more production out of the PG spot for them. They really struggled to shoot the ball from the perimeter by their point guard, Wright, and they made a change going into the second half.
Now Stephen will handle it up top for Henry Clay. And A.J. Dixon on the attack for the Blue Devils. Winding it up and in. Dixon with 4, and that's the size of the Bronco lead. Dakari Talbert will arc it back over to Surratt. Now Busen, sturdy and driving, and a wonderful spin move.
If I hadn't said it before, Logan Busen is the glue guy for Frederick Douglass. He just does, he keeps the team together. He operates from the high post. He spins, he finishes, he bangs and rebounds in there with bigger guys. I just love what he brings to the table.
Great block from behind by Surratt as he stifled Hassan Bush from putting it in. There's Dakari Talbert funneling it back. Surratt for a 3. And Dixon floated it back, and Henry Clay going to hang on to it with numbers. Outlet Isaiah Stephen racing up, and it wouldn't go in as Busen back for the rebound. Talbert off the mark. There's Avion Chenault. And relentless effort that time by Isaiah Stephen, but Surratt scoops and puts it in.
Great pass by Melo Boone right there.
And a Henry Clay 30-second timeout. It's gone from 5 to 8. We'll step aside. More coverage live from Henry Clay High School on Glycod.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball from Glycod.
Frederick Douglass enjoying an 8-point lead. Under 5 minutes in this third quarter. Broncos have led throughout, Murray, and they've been very, very focused in this game.
Yes, they have. Very impressed by that. That tells me that Coach Stephon Harris has hunkered down with his team over the last week, got some things straight, watched film, and got them prepared to play in this raucous atmosphere.
And Henry Clay seeking some answers here. This is a team that is so reliant on threes in the first half. They were yet to connect on a 3, and they're going to need some to fall, you would think, to win this game.
Well, credit that to Douglas' perimeter defense. They're not giving them room to get an open look.
And Kason Brown into front court for Henry Clay, winners of 24 games during the regular season. And A.J. Dixon tried to swerve right past Armello Boone, couldn't do it. Jackson Stephen needling, and Surratt that length poked it forward. Rott lobs to Chenault as Chris Wright with the assist. Chenault with 10 on 3 dunks. Isaiah Stephen steers in a big 3.
That was a big shot right there for Henry Clay. They really needed that.
Their first one to go down from distance.
It's a great find by Kason Brown.
And Chris Wright, he has been on the floor for much of this game, providing such stability for them. And more often than not, making good decisions with the ball.
Right. In the first half, he struggled to shoot the ball from the perimeter. I think Coach Harris just wants him to be a floor general for them.
Jake Mitchell back on for his second stint. He'll drive with the right and craft his way for a layup. Whistle underneath. Avion Chenault will be called for a hold. Logan Busen back on for Henry Clay's opponent, Frederick Douglass, as Avion Chenault going to receive instruction from Coach Harris on that far sideline as Henry Clay will inbound. And sneaking in the passing lane is Boone. And possession out of bounds. Back to Henry Clay. Dixon inbounding, and there's Surratt just a little bit too overzealous on the denial.
Yeah, they almost had a 5 count right there. Again, Douglas has really turned up their man-to-man pressure tonight. I'm very impressed with their intensity and their attention to detail on how they're guarding Henry Clay.
A.J. Dixon going to inbound for Henry Clay. Broncos led 13-8 after one and 23-19 at half. There's Kason Brown spinning by Wright. And it looked like Wright may have been hooked, but they're going to call Chris for the foul.
Yeah, Kason Brown, he's very animated as a ball handler, and he knows how to sell a call. He's a true coach's son.
In a positive way, the basket goes in for Hassan Bush. I think, Murray, this is a young man here in the offseason to pay attention to with Bush, only a junior. And there's a lot of promise from that post.
Yes, it is. And there's a lot of opportunity in there for him as well.
Right, along with that one.
It's a position that a lot of kids aren't comfortable with playing, and he seems to be comfortable in the paint.
Kason Brown steers up a three. And a rebound scooped out of there by A.J. Dixon and just inhaled by Armello Boone, but it's out of bounds to the Blue Devils. And we're going to have a Frederick Douglass 30-second timeout. 7-point Bronco lead, under 3 minutes in the third. You're watching 42nd District Basketball Semifinal on Glycod.
Let's get real. You could go to work right after high school, but spend a little time with us and we'll give you a better chance to do more, be more, and earn more. College for the real world. College for your world.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Special thanks to Meyer for their support of high school athletics on Glycod. You can visit their Hamburg location for any of your shopping needs. It's Meyer, family owned and a proud community supporter here on Glycod. Henry Clay possession underneath. They try to carve their way inside this 7-point deficit. Inbound Steffen. And Busen bothersome on that shot attempt. Here comes Armello Boone down the hill. And a near and one as the ball rattles off. Now Coach Harris has pushed all the right buttons here thus far in this game.
Yes, he has.
And Boone, only 7 points unofficially. And Murray, he's really played within himself this evening.
Right. You know, I think he's recognized that he doesn't have to force it. He's got a heck of a squad around him, and let the game come to him. That doesn't mean you're passive. It just means you're not forcing shots and taking bad shots.
And Boone, velvet touch on both ends. As the lead inches back to 9. Still 10:38 remaining in this game, perhaps in Henry Clay's season, as they operate in the half court. Bush setting some assistance for Steffen. Steffen drives. Okay, so apparently not in the cylinder, and Wicker gets credit. Broncos by 7. Jake Mitchell already with 2 points off the bench. He'll opt it around to Boone. And Mitchell flaunts a 3. The rebound secured by Isaiah Steffen. Outlet pass. Jackson Steffen stripped and fouled by number 1, Armello Boone.
That's a great job by Henry Clay of securing that rebound and getting out and putting pressure on the transition defense of Frederick Douglass.
2 free throws looming for Jackson Steffen. 84% free throw shooter, tops for the Blue Devils. Really good foul shooting group as a team. 70+%.
Henry Clay's just hanging around, Chris. They're just hanging around in striking distance, and these guys can run off baskets in a hurry, and especially baskets behind the three-point line.
And Steffen for one more. And a rebound off. DeMarcus Surratt procures the rebound with 1:41 remaining in this third quarter. 6-point lead as Douglas has led from the beginning. Dakari Talbert, extra pass, Avion, reverses Surratt, back to Boone for a 3. Steered short, Chenault snares the rebound. Surratt and Dixon rips it away. Up to Jackson Steffen, play on for 2.
That's 2 transition opportunities in a row for Jackson. He gets out, he handles the ball with either hand, and a great finish at the rim with contact.
Under 1 minute remaining in this third quarter. 5 straight for Henry Clay. And Avion Chenault heading to the free throw line. Chenault, 62% free throw shooter. He's got 10 points as the Broncos try to inch a couple more. The winner awaits Bryan Station Friday at 8 o'clock for the 42nd District Championship. And that one short. Rebound brought down by A.J. Dixon. And Henry Clay down 5. Latter stages of the third. Conway Brown. Excuse me, that's Kaysen Brown. And Brown floats it in!
If he can get it going in the fourth quarter, Kaysen Brown is an exciting player that the crowd loves to cheer on once he gets it going.
And the Broncos with the remnants in this third. And Boone just lost it, trying to evade Brown, and it trickles out of bounds. Henry Clay going to their bench.
4.9 here. I'm curious to see if Coach Brown's making a call right here. So they got to play in the bag. Let's see if they can execute it right here.
And Brown all the way to the basket, and point 3. So Henry Clay keeps it with point 3. And the rule states that you can form a shot in 3/10. So Avion Chenault back in for Douglas as Busen will shuttle off. Kason Brown to trickle in underneath. Lob pass and a wonderful attempt, but Isaiah Steffen will watch it rattle off. Third quarter in the books. Frederick Douglass by 3. A promising final quarter awaits. We'll have it for you in just a second on Glycod.
Confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cardtown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CardtownKiaUSA.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball from Glycod.
Chris Labarn, Murray Garvin back live at Henry Clay. Blue Devils inching their way back within 3, Murray.
Yeah, it's a 3-point ball game in the fourth quarter. I think Coach Brown is pleased with the momentum his team has made, and I believe Coach Harris is pleased with the lead that his guys have sustained. It's going to be an interesting 8 minutes.
Broncos have led from the outset. It started on an Avion Chenault putback for the very first points of the game. Blue Devils have never led. Once trailed by 9. They've actually trailed by 9 on a pair of occasions. And that big bucket by Kason Brown reduced the deficit to 3. And Henry Clay will possess the basketball to start this fourth quarter. There's Kason Brown working on Talbert. And Boone out with it for Douglass. Now Avion Chenault out of sorts. Kason Brown for the tie. Murray, you talked about Brown and Brown.
Brown and Brown.
Boone to break the tie, and I think a foul is well underneath. It looks like it's on Kason Brown. And it will be on Kason Brown.
So Douglass will have an opportunity for a 5 or 6 point trip right here because that basket counts.
See if we can get a look underneath. Well, they're going to inbound real quick. We don't want to miss that. But there's the 3. And it looks like a clear discard.
Avion gave Kason a little bit of his own medicine right there. You can't tell me that Kason Brown could knock him down on a box out.
Henry Clay calls the 30. We're going to keep things here. Let's try to take one more look at that because this is a big play in this game. So the 3's going to go in from Boone, and watch underneath. I don't know, looked pretty legitimate to me, no?
It's basketball. Great play by Avion. And if I'm a coach, I'll take that box out from Kason. So, you know, let's see if we get the stop or if Henry Clay can get the stop right here. And if Douglass can convert, because if Douglass converts, this can be a 5 or 6 point trip.
So Bronco possession. And the inbound, Jones, it's Travis Jones, it's back in. Talbert inside the lane, a great fake and a 5-point Bronco trip. Dakari with 7 off the bench.
With his strength, he gives them a different dynamic than Wright at the point guard spot.
Nice overplay by DeMarcus Surratt. A.J. Dixon reversed and missed, and Boone tried to clean it up. And the arrow in favor of Frederick Douglass. We saw Sayre and Station tied after 3 last night. Bryan Station scored the first 8 in the fourth quarter. Perhaps a similar script here this evening as the Broncos possess the ball leading by 5.
Yeah, that was a huge trip for Frederick Douglass. And again, great heady play by Avion, a strong box out by Kason Brown. And that possession, Douglass won.
And Chris Wright steady as they come into forecourt for 18-12 Frederick Douglass. And Busen tried to find Surratt and out of bounds. Here comes Kason Brown inching his way into front court for Henry Clay. Brown inside the arc. And there's Avion with a rebound leaking out to number 1, Armello Boone. And Boone accelerates for the basket. And Henry Clay going to call another timeout. You sense some desperation perhaps on that sideline. Still 6:12 left and a 7-point deficit on Glycod.
First opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
(43-36) Frederick Douglass, 6:12 remaining. Winner meets Bryan Station on Friday, 8 o'clock. Earlier tonight, Henry Clay girls dispatched the Bryan Station girls. That game never close at all. And Henry Clay, they will take on Frederick Douglass in the girls' version Friday at 6 p.m. As Dixon will inbound for Henry Clay. What's the strategy for Henry Clay, Murray, to work their way back inside this game?
Well, right now, Douglass doesn't have any fouls.
Dixon off the mark, and Chenault well above the cylinder. Surratt trails back to Boone. Oh my, Chenault got lambasted on that rebound attempt. Good effort both sides, and it looks like the arrow this time will belong to Henry Clay.
That rebound at the other end was incredible. I think we both commented on it at the same time.
Started with the A.J. Dixon 3 at the top.
Wow. Super athlete in Avion Chenault.
Hassan Bush handing it off to Isaiah Steffen. There's Hassan Bush working on DeMarcus Surratt, weaving it. Steffen a 3, drained! Jackson Steffen with a big one. Every time the Broncos have had some breathing room, Henry Clay makes a play to get back. As Avion Chenault trying to evade the bothersome Jackson Steffen at the teeth of that defense.
It's a big trip. Dixon is playing, denying Mello the ball.
And Chris Wright being picked on, and Dixon reached in and held ball, and going to be Bronco possession. I think they potentially could have caught a break there.
Yeah, they could. I thought that would have been close to being a jump ball.
Bronco's going to sub right out as Kari Talbert comes back in.
Wright does a good job defending Case and Brown.
And Avion Chenault try to initiate this Bronco offense in tight confines on that far sideline. Talbert around the deck, finds Busen on the backside, and stepping in, Isaiah Steffen to draw the charge.
That's a great play off the ball there. When you penetrate in traffic, you got to jump off two. You leave off one, you leave yourself vulnerable to what just happened, and that's the charge being taken.
Kason Brown, been the architect for much of the progress in the second half. Steffen, a corner three, and here they come. Down to one as Jackson Steffen puts it in.
You know, to the fans at home, I want you to understand, the loser of this game, their season is over, and you got two really good teams here tonight.
Busen denied. Hassan Bush with it. There's Steffen. Station, rather Clay looking for the lead, and Chenault out with it to DeMarcus Surratt. And Surratt with an and one.
That's a great finish there in transition. I thought Steffen got a little bit out of control. Chenault rebounds the ball. Waiting here on the replay. Might not have time. We may come back to it later. But Steffen got out of control. Douglas gets the ball in transition, pitches it ahead to Surratt, and he gets the and one at the line for three.
Surratt's first field goal of the game at the 3:35 mark. And the lead at 4. And Frederick Douglass going to call a full timeout. Great ball game here. Broncos lead 46-42. We'll step aside, more coverage from District 42 right after this on Glycod.
Overly competitive brother. Psych, and I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me. Thanks, bro. Take a lap, rookie.
Contact Louisville and Lexington Allstate agent Thomas Allen for a quote today. You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Well, DeMarcus Surratt picked a great time for his first field goal of the game. As now this replay continues to take us back in time, but you'll get the gist of it here in just a moment as the fast break starts now. Well, it's not meant to be, but it will be Henry Clay ball.
Absolutely.
3:35 in this fourth quarter. Some discussion there on the Broncos sideline.
They're worried about the possession arrow, and I noticed that myself, that the possession arrow was never flipped back after the last tie-up. So the next jump ball will be Henry Clay basketball. So I think the scores table just got it right.
Well, we do have the arrow to Henry Clay as well. And certainly it's a big decision either way. Impactful here with 3:35 left.
That's why the scores book is so important.
You've got to have a strong ally to keep score for you. What went into your mind when you had somebody doing that?
Oh, man, I
head coach?
I had one of the best in the business. His name was Chris Haggard. He was on the book, and it was official. I mean, there was times he would tell me, Coach, just coach your team. Don't worry about this. And I appreciated that at Dunbar.
Now, Stephon Harris doesn't appear happy with it, so one would deduce it will be Henry Clay ball.
Well, as a coach, you know, you want every call. Steph is trying to make his point here, and I understand. If you see that arrow your way, it affects how you approach the next play.
So it will be Henry Clay possession on the alternate arrow with 3:35 remaining. And there is Brown weaving his way into front court. And on-ball foul cited on Douglas's Noah Jones. Only the second foul of the quarter for Douglas. Now Stephon Harris, he's out of your camera view. He's still talking with the official at the scorer's table prior to this inbound release. You must have a lot of perspiration down there on the near sideline. It is near the Henry Clay student section. There's the inbound to Kason Brown. Hassan Bush on the entry. Corner three, off. And a big miss. Rebound brought down by Logan Busen of the Broncos.
It's a nice set play by Henry Clay. Call that a hammer action. They set a back screen for the corner shot off the post up. It's uncommon, but it's a San Antonio Spur Popovich set.
Under 3 minutes in this fourth. Broncos trying to go wire to wire. Surratt weaving it back to Avion Chenault. Avion in the lane. And the rebound bobbled right back to Chenault. And finally, Chenault's going to upend Isaiah Steffen and a foul called.
It's one of the rare times Avion could not decide if he was going to dunk that ball or lay it up on that missed finish there. One of the few times you will see him miss at the rim.
Logan Busen had it for a moment, then the ball slipped right out of his grasp. And Henry Clay surviving that possession.
Yeah, we're in for an exciting finish here.
2:31 remaining. Brown being denied baseline. Jackson Steffen has a step and a big basket. Down to 2.
Oh, you can feel the energy, feel the gym right now.
DeMarcus Surratt back over to Busen. Neither team close to shooting free throws just yet. And Surratt angling left, has a step. He beat Isaiah Steffen, and then Jackson Steffen fouled him. So 2 free throws looming for DeMarcus Surratt. Only a 57% free throw shooter. He's 0 of 1 from the stripe tonight.
In this situation as a coach, I would just give me one, and at least they can't take the lead on the next possession.
Surratt one more. And he'll cash in. That'll help the cause for the Broncos as Brown through Jones into forecourt. Steffen for the tie. A.J. Dixon, a big bucket. Oh. One-pointer with 1:16. And Brown. Jones out with it for the Broncos, and Steffen commits Henry Clay's 4th foul of this quarter.
Oh, that got a little dicey at midcourt. I thought Kason Brown was going to come up with the steal. It's going to come down to what team is more poised down the stretch right here.
Now Noah Jones, to his credit, able to preserve possession momentarily. Henry Clay making a couple of subs, at least just for a moment. Skylar Hersey's going to spell Isaiah Steffen as the Broncos have the ball and they lead by the slimmest of margins. Chenault weaving his way in there. And a hard foul on Hassan Bush.
I like the challenge at the rim by Chenault, and I like the contest at the rim by Bush right there.
That's a smart play by Hassan Bush.
Absolutely. Make him go to the free throw line.
Broncos by a point. And we've seen at times Avion make some crunch free throws. We saw him hit 2 big ones late at Sayre.
Yeah, he's a clutch performer. Clutch performer.
Only 67% free throw shooter on the year. But at crunch time, Avion raises the bar. Henry Clay with a timeout left, down 3. And Daniel Brown will burn his last timeout. And this certainly a lot of strategization, as they say. Try to say that in the huddle. We'll keep things here. Well, what do you draw up in that Henry Clay huddle?
Well, he likes to go high ball screens and empty out the weak side by keeping everybody high. So I wouldn't be surprised but a play that's been really good for them is the baseline post feed for the back screen in the corner, which we call hammer action, that he studied the San Antonio Spurs, and Manu Ginobili has made that play famous. So Coach Brown has a bag right here. If you're Frederick Douglass, you got to be locked in the shooters. You got to be locked in the shooters. You can't let them get an open look from 3, and I'm sure that's what Coach Harris is emphasizing in their huddle.
In the Bronco huddle on the defensive side, but they're +3. You talk about locking into shooters, and there certainly are a plethora of them for Henry Clay. Again, Douglas has led from the outset. Henry Clay's trailed by 9 on a pair of occasions. They've reduced it to 1 also on 2 occasions. And now they'll have the ball, perhaps to tie the game with a made 3. The winner takes on Bryan Station Friday at 8 o'clock for the district championship. The loser's season will conclude. Brown, great play by Jones. Noah Jones with a huge scoop, and he'll be fouled. Frederick Douglass going to call timeout. Jones, a reserve, little action in smothering defense to make thus far the play of the game.
Yeah, that's a great job. They ran the elevator door screen. Kason made a lazy pass there and comes up with the big steal. I was confused. I didn't know if they called the timeout or a foul right there. And I believe it goes to a full timeout, and there was no foul.
And my interpretation was the Broncos called timeout.
Okay.
So we will reset things. Henry Clay is committed 5+, meaning the Broncos will shoot 2 free throws for the rest. Frederick Douglass only with 3 fouls. Broncos 2 timeouts. And the arrow, Frederick Douglass.
Yeah, this is going to come down to free throw shooting. You got to meet your pass right here. If you penetrate, finish off 2 feet if you're Frederick Douglass, and then step to the line and hit your free throws, and they can go home with the victory.
Busen to inbound. Lofts to Chenault, and a foul on Isaiah Steffen, but not much time elapsed. Still 27.5.
Not a bad foul. It extends the game, and it makes Chenault go to the line and have to hit free throws right here.
Well, he just made his last 2 pressure-packed free throws. So Douglas the first to 50. As Avion 3 for his last 3 from the foul line. And he's got another. And Henry Clay in must-score mode now. Jason Brown inside the line. Chenault with a rebound, and the Broncos outlet it to Boone. And Boone is fouled as well, and that should do it.
That's a big-time finish. Big-time rebound by Chenault with the outlet to Boone. And again, I like to call those Division I finishes, and that's how they put the stamp on the victory.
Well, you talked about let the stars be the stars, Murray, and that's certainly what's surfaced.
Absolutely. You know, big credit to Coach Harris and his staff on the game plan of not giving up perimeter jump shots to Henry Clay, and his star players had star power tonight.
Boy, there's a lot of folks heading out in rapid descent here from Al Pruitt Gymnasium as Armello Boone one more free throw. And credit the Blue Devils. They played their guts out tonight, but Frederick Douglass, when they've had to, they've made the plays.
Absolutely, and they've hit the free throws down the stretch.
Now Isaiah Steffen in for a 3. Henry Clay does not have a timeout left. Or do they? I beg your pardon. Okay, so Clay did have a timeout. The lead at 5. 5.4 seconds remaining in this game. More high school basketball on Glycod tomorrow. 42nd District title games. It'll be Henry Clay, Douglas girls, followed by Douglas, Bryan Station boys. Should be 2 outstanding matchups. As Douglas 19-12. And Henry Clay appears their season will conclude at 24-7.
You know, these are the type of games that no matter who wins or loses, the fact that some young man's career is coming to a close is always tough, man. You always remember that last game.
Inbound to Chenault, 4 seconds in this one. All over. 2 great coaches, 2 class guys. We'll shake hands at the scorers table. Frederick Douglass, a winner tonight over Henry Clay, 54-49. Perhaps the play of the game, and we'll talk about it. Noah Jones, the defensive takeaway. And Douglas, their season will continue. We'll step aside, more coverage from the 42nd District semifinal. Have more for you in just a couple of minutes on Glycod.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
While I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by CSL Plasma. Be rewarded for your generosity. Do the amazing. Help save lives.
And we welcome you back to Henry Clay High School. Final score tonight, Frederick Douglass defeats Henry Clay 54-49. And kudos to the Broncos, Murray. They were very focused early in the game and made enough plays to hang on.
Yes, I was so impressed with the intensity level and the attention to detail that Frederick Douglass had tonight. I want to say that was their best game from start to finish that they've had all season.
Well, the decisions they made early, especially in the half court, the way they shared the ball, wonderful effort.
Yeah, wonderful effort. Talbert off the bench, the way that Coach Harris juggled his lineup to make different adjustments during the game was a great move by him. And again, star power.
Henry Clay made some plays. Certainly, Kason Brown made some big plays in the fourth quarter to work their way back in the game. What was the difference in your mind?
I honestly feel that it was on-ball pressure by Frederick Douglass, by Wright and Talbert guarding Kason Brown, just made it difficult for Henry Clay to get into their sets.
Take a look at the most outstanding players tonight, presented by Elite Building Products in Nicholasville. You can visit them for any home shopping need that you might have. Elite Building Products, proud to support high school athletics on Glycod. They're locally owned with an outstanding selection of windows, doors, and siding. Jackson Steffen for Henry Clay. Avion Chenault, very consistent in his effort tonight.
Yes, Avion was everywhere. You know, he was rebounding above the rim, finishing at the rim, and most importantly, he finished the game at the free throw line, just putting the nail in the coffin by solidifying the victory.
Avion Chenault officially 15 points and 9 rebounds. Jackson Steffen in a losing effort, 17 points and 3 rebounds. He nearly went the distance, played 31 minutes and 22 seconds. Great effort tonight for Jackson Steffen. And Murray, you've been on both sides of this, right? In the big district semifinal, Douglass moves on, and now they've got to put this behind them. and get ready for Station Part 3.
Yes, you appreciate that day in between before they have to play Bryan Station. It's going to be a great contest. I'm sure the city will be here. An incredible atmosphere coming up on Friday night.
And for Henry Clay, Coach Daniel Brown, well-equipped, well-coached. They played their guts out tonight, and certainly I think they'll look back on a very successful season.
I believe Coach Brown will say he got the most out of this bunch. For them to have the regular season like they had, 20-plus games with the young men that graduated from the program, nobody expected that, and that's kudos to his coaching staff and what they've established here at Henry Clay.
Blue Devils season will wrap up at 24-7. Frederick Douglass, it will continue on. They'll play at least 2 more games, and the next of which will be Friday at 8 o'clock against Bryan Station. Earlier Friday at 6 o'clock will be Henry Clay girls and the Douglass girls. Quick tease. I know you won't be here Friday, but what will you look for in those games?
Oh, I will look for the rebounding match, Henry Clay and Douglass girls game. If Henry Clay can neutralize Darrington in the middle, and then for the boys game, it's going to be who can get under control and play their game in spite of all the hoopla in the gym surrounding the game. You're talking about schools are going to be buzzing. Okay, tomorrow at Bryan Station and tomorrow at Frederick Douglass, their school's going to be buzzing about Friday's matchup.
Broncos and Defenders have played twice this year. Bryan Station has won both games by an average of 8 points. And Champ Ligon, his guys beat a gutsy Sayre team last night. So Douglass Station, they moved on, but they've also earned it.
Absolutely. You have the 2 probably preseason favorites going to square off for the district title, and then both schools get to move on to the region. But let me tell you the significance of that championship. You get a home game at your gym in the first round before everyone proceeds to Dunbar for the 11th region semifinal and championship.
And the loser of that game, goodness gracious, I mean, you've got Great Crossing lurking. You might have Lex Cath lurking as a winner. A lot of influence and significance on that game Friday night.
Absolutely. You don't want to go on the road anywhere in the 11th region for a tournament game. I had experience going down to Madison Southern one year, and the whole town of Berea was there, and it felt like Dunbar versus Berea instead of Madison Southern.
Thanks so much for joining us tonight. We had a ball. We hope you did as well. In the nightcap, Frederick Douglass 54, Henry Clay 49. Our producer tonight is always the reliable, rock-solid Steve Bird. Joe O'Million on camera. Shidrok Artistani, our executive producer. For Murray Garvin, I'm Chris Labar. We'll see you for more high school basketball on Friday night. Until then, good night from Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been IBEW Local 369, Central Kentucky High School Basketball. IBEW 369, power up your potential. Tonight's game was brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Never underestimate you. CSL Plasma. Do the amazing. Help save lives. Meyer. Higher standards. Lower prices. Traditional Bank. Because who you bank with matters. And by Community Action of Lexington, Martin's Peterbilt, Lexington Outdoor and Power Equipment, and Allstate Insurance Agent Thomas Allen.
Visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.